little like, I don't know, I feel like I got crazy hair today. Fukma, how's it going? Yeah, we're recording our podcast in GTA this morning, so we're gonna be hanging out in a hot tub in GTA here. I hope you guys are having a really good Sunday morning. Trying to figure out how to. Oh my god, you are, dude. I gotta get used to you having that account. I apologize. Okay. I'm gonna hop back over to GTA. Don't judge me. Oh my god, you're making it so confusing. So you got your old account back. Alright.
Yep.
Okay. I think all of our posts are live, and I think we're good.
And you both got kicked, which
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Oh, I wonder if because we tabbed out.
Well,
Yeah, it
I've
was
been
for
tapping
AFKing.
out, and it's fine, but the AFK for you guys is like 30 seconds for some reason.
That's weird.
Yeah.
And that's not cool. Okay, so then.
No.
Kicked from the session
Okay.
for being idle for too long. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Okay, I'm in the session. Now I just gotta get to the boat.
I'm joining. Oh, does it kick us off the boat too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh shit.
it spawns you where you were, like where your house is or something.
Okay.
If you don't have one, I don't know how it works, but
Oh man, we're figuring things out, Luke.
okay, I'm grabbing a car and I'm on my way. I don't think I have a copter.
Oh my god. I appreciate you having me
Let's
up on
see.
both.
Okay.
If you can pick Rose up on the way, then
Alright,
I
let's see
can.
I
where
got
you
you.
get me. Oh my god, my chat's so weird on this.
I can pick you both up on the boat, and
Alright. I feel like I
Let me
need
just,
a third screen. This is
Rose, you on?
dangerous.
take care of that.
It showed me loading in, so hopefully
Okay. Just let me know when you're in the session.
Okay, I am in the session on the beach.
Oh,
you're on
okay,
the beach.
okay.
Perfect.
I don't exactly see you, but
I don't know what this is. Is this a lifeguard thingy? There's a boat here.
maybe my map is just bugged out.
Hold on, I'm taking the fancy boat to come pick you both up.
Okay.
Oh, I'll be on my way there now. I'm on my way to the beach.
Okay.
Should I be by the water then, I assume?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. There's like a life. Yeah.
Hold on,
there's a bunch of
I
palm
turned
trees.
radar off, so I'm trying to see if I can see you. Are you in our game? I don't think you're in our game.
Me?
I don't think she's in our lobby, yeah.
Oh, maybe not. Pod Baron. Okay, nope. Except game.
Because I wasn't seeing you on the map, I was like, huh?
That might be why. Okay, we will figure this out.
That makes
Oh
sense
my
now.
god, this is hilarious. I haven't played GTA in so long, and like, oh my god.
This isn't the right beach to pick.
I only like played the prologue, so like the little intro into the game so that I could do stuff. This game makes me feel like I've never played video games
I'm like a
before,
mile
ever.
away,
It's hilarious. We're trying to sort out our silly little things.
No,
but my
coach-
driving is horrendous. If I'm late, I'm sorry.
Oh my god,
okay.
this is hilarious. I love that
hitting
we're
everybody.
struggling.
Yeah.
I'm ever
The
so slightly
struggle is so
enjoying this.
real.
Yeah, this is exactly how it always goes.
I'm on the
Okay,
beach,
there we go.
and I'm exactly where I was, so
Perfect.
on the beach.
All right.
Okay,
so
I kind of see you
I
now.
see you. I
and
see
then
you. I
Oh,
see
I
you.
see
You're right
you.
in front of me.
Yay!
I'm almost here.
Do I hit F to get on?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on it. Oh no, it got me on the other side. Why? Why was that GPS so bad?
That's hilarious.
Okay, I guess I'll swim a
We're
bit.
gonna figure this out. Okay, I'm gonna swap my.
Where are you?
You can see me on the map, I
Oh,
think.
you're like
So give me
right
just a
next to
second,
us, yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I just gotta swim through this because the GPS fucked me up a bit.
Oh,
But I'm here, I'm here.
Hopefully this will.
I'll taxi us over to the yacht. This will probably go better than the helicopter. Ideally.
Okay, here we go. Boom, just don't die on the rock. Okay, here we go. I see you guys.
I see you.
I don't think we can crash that, so we should be fine.
And now you've jinxed it.
It's done.
Done. It's a done deal.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
This is hilarious.
Seatbelts on.
Oi, oi, oi. I'll tweet it out in the meantime.
As he's like standing on the side, like you look like you were gonna fall off. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I may as well fall off, honestly. Like, I won't be surprised.
Alright. Here we go.
Dock boat.
Don't kick me out for AFK, please. We may have to click some buttons from time to time, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I assume.
Yeah.
How do I
Just
stand
to.
up?
Whoop. Well, that worked.
Oh boy.
See
Okay,
if I
here
can
we go.
gracefully do this. Can I?
Eat! Okay.
We both
chillin'.
made it.
Y'all are better at this video game than I am.
Oh my god, this
I
is
mean-
hilarious.
I don't think any of us are actually good, so it's fine.
I seem to just be treading water here, which is insane. Come on. Just
Where you at?
grab
I
the
don't even
ladder.
see you.
Alright, I'm a professional at
There we
sitting in a
go.
hot tub, so here we are.
Yeah, that
Professional
sounds
hot tub streamer.
so much more comforting.
Oh my god, that's great.
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
even wear
And-
my swag in the hot tub now.
So Luke, high five.
Got my pink pants on.
That's who's with us today.
Okay, here
Oh
should
my
be
god,
the-
we
Take it out
finally
with
made it.
Yes!
Oh my god, we're all three here. Let's fucking
We're
go.
we're so good at the video game. Okay.
So will a menu, like opening the menu, probably take us out? Or not take us out, but keep us from AFKing?
If you just hit escape, you'll be fine.
Okay. Alright, cool.
All right, so should we officially start the podcast then?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I say let's do it. Hi,
All right.
Chronix. How's it going, dude?
Welcome
in.
everybody to Gamers in Hot Tubs Talking Nerd Life. This is episode 2 with your hosts, Plaid Baron, better known. This is episode 2 with your hosts, Danny, better known as Plaid Baron.
And I'm Kaylee, better known as Bad with Rose or Rose.
And our guest today is High Five Lol from Kick.
Lol.
Better known as Hi to the 5 to the wall. Nah. It's your boy George. High five. It's nice to be here. Thank you guys again for inviting me.
Absolutely. How are you doing today?
We're doing all right. Just back on the grind. You know how it
She
is.
makes me
And
super nervous. I don't know why.
I had to stop by, see how the hot tubs are today, see if everything is warm and bubbly.
Everything
And-
seems to
High
be
five.
pretty good.
Oh my god. Chronix.
Yeah.
You know,
I love that he's got,
as
like,
good as it can be
cornrows.
with
That's
you
hilarious.
guys like idling after 30 seconds for some reason, but
Oh, we won't getting kicked. We won't getting kicked out. You know,
no,
it's my
no
favorite.
more of that. No more of that.
Yeah.
Just wiggle your
No.
mice and you should be okay.
That's the first time I got to hear his name.
Should
I
be
didn't know
all
his
good
name was
vibes and chill.
George.
Yeah.
Right
So
now.
Nice to know.
so Five, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh
Introduce
well.
yourself for the audience.
Well, long story short,
Needs to
my
get
name is
some-
George.
oh my God, if
I'm
you-
from the country
It
of
would be funny to
Bulgaria,
see him
which
have
is
cornrows.
in Eastern Europe.
Like in real life.
I'm
Chronix,
26
oh my
years
God.
old, just graduated computer engineering uni, and I'm doing content creation for 5 or 6 months now, in the form of streaming and
you know my name, Luke?
short form content, I
I
guess.
have said it a few times.
And I have history of other types of content creation, but this is my thing now. So I guess that's what defines me in a way.
Awesome.
You
Mm.
said you used to do music, right? Or do you still do music?
Yeah, I don't really have the time to, and it's a little bit money consuming, which I
imagine it's
can't
money.
really afford right now.
Money and
But
time-consuming.
it's yeah, but at some point I'll be back, I guess, with the music thing. I have unreleased EP that was supposed to go out, but
Collector,
things
welcome
kind
in,
of slowed down, and now
Collective
it's just
Super Cats. How are
sitting in
you?
the
It's nice to
drive,
see
you know.
guys.
So at
Sorry,
some
I'm
point it
having to
may
do my
may
chat on my
see
phone.
the light of day.
so I have to keep like looking.
and we're gonna
down
see from
to
from
check
there
it
on.
out.
But for now,
I
it's
could've
mostly, you
gone
know,
submarine and beat
it's
it up.
mostly kick. This is my main focus,
Oh
just
my God,
growing
You missed our
and
like crash
expanding
into
the
the
network.
sea.
And yeah, you know how it is, just creating
Oh
content,
my God.
really.
How are you liking Kick so far?
Hope you
I
have a fabulous
I
day.
have
Oh, Super
I
Cats,
have a
hope
lot
you
of
do
opinions,
too.
honestly, about Kick,
I hope you have
and
a really
I
lovely
like it as a
Sunday.
whole. There are obviously
I'm
some
so
small
excited for
issues,
the weekend.
but
I worked
I
yesterday,
think
so
they
it's nice
are
to have a day
addressing them
off.
slowly, and the platform keeps on getting better and better, which is the most comforting thing for me, that they actually work on the platform. They are not in a stale situation where they just let it be and like hope for the best. They
Yeah,
actually put the work in.
and it feels like they're like listening to people, like listening to the creators
Yeah.
instead of like, I don't know, going against things that the creators want or need.
Yeah, I feel like this platform as a whole is more built for creators rather than how to make the most money out of it type thing. As I feel like Twitch is,
Thank you, Super
or
Cats.
was. I feel like Twitch
appreciate
now is
that.
getting better.
I
as
didn't
well.
realize my mic was
Slowly,
turned down,
but,
so thank you.
You
Yeah.
do kind of get the
Hi,
feeling,
Nima.
though, that
How's
the
it going?
mainstream social channels, be it Twitch
You're
or
tuning
Twitter
into my
or
like podcast recording. So we're
Facebook,
doing
etc.
Gamers
They're
and Hot
more
Tubs
these
talking
days
nerd
built for
life,
the
and this is our
advertisers than
second
for the
guest today.
creators.
We're kind of trolling
Yeah,
Hot Tub Gamers
that's
a
for
little
sure.
bit.
They just
By
they just want to
doing
make
this and hanging out
the
and
most out
talking.
of it. Obviously,
But
advertisers
we
are the
record live,
main source of
and
income
then
for a lot of those
Plaid Bear,
social media
my
companies.
my partner in this,
So they're just trying their
edits
best to,
everything,
you
and then
know,
we
make
get
the
all
most
the
out
audio
of
out
the
on
platform.
all the platforms that we
Exactly.
can. So welcome in.
And
And
don't,
it's
sorry.
oh no, go ahead.
Show.
I wanted to say that
Hi,
Kick
Show.
feels different because
Our
obviously
guest
we
today
have
is High
funding
Five LOL.
from Stake as
Or
well,
lol.
and there are no ads yet, but I feel like at some
I
point
met
there
him.
will be.
Oh my gosh. I
So
want to say I met him because
that
of
may be a
Supreme
concern
Ryu
depending on
and
how they do the whole ads thing,
Joker.
how much
but
those
it's been so
advertisers
long.
will have
I've been hanging out with High Five and his
power
streams, and he's been
in
hanging out in my
decision
streams for a
making
little
and
while.
stuff.
But
But
yeah.
for now, I'm very happy
And he's
with the
from
state
Bulgaria.
of Kick.
Yeah, the fact that it was Stake that founded Kick, and for those who don't know, Stake is
I'm gonna turn my
a
fan
crypto
on.
gambling website. So in some ways that's concerning, but in other ways it's very comforting because they already have that as an income source.
Badass accent. Yep,
So
it's really cool to
maybe
have
we'll get
somebody
lucky
that's
and
from
Kick will
another
stay
country with us, and it's
ad-free.
been so much fun meeting people from other countries,
But
That-
I think that would be
streaming
a,
and
you know,
making
just
content,
way too
so
lucky for us, and
I can't wait
that's
to have
probably
more,
wishful thinking.
more guests and more friends.
Yeah, I don't honestly see a world where it stays ad-free forever. But for what it is now, I'm happy with it, and I see why some people have concerns about Stake being like the funding for Kick, but at the same time, it's two different companies, and obviously every big social media or streaming platform they have their
Scoopy.
fundings from
Hi, Scoopy.
questionable sources
we're
as
in
well.
GTA
Like
5 today.
if we start talking about Amazon, they have their history of violations, you know, da da da. So nobody is really perfect in this space. So
Which
you know,
I've
like,
never really
just
played
pick your
GTA.
poison
Like
type-
this game
type,
feels so
you know,
weird. It makes me feel like
thing.
I've
Yeah,
never played video
exactly.
games before. It's strange.
So-
No, nobody's nerfed, but that's just
Yeah.
how it goes.
No, and money
Sure.
definitely makes people turn into other people, but we need money to fund all these things. So hopefully it's a
We do.
it's
a
a good thing.
Like, you know, even just this, if we're gonna grow the podcast in time, you know, we're gonna need eventually money for like equipment
Yep, and services.
and services.
yeah.
You know, not that we don't manually post our podcast everywhere.
Fun. The hot tub is
instead
massive,
of
dude. This
using
hot tub is
one of those
huge,
services that
and we
charges
have
you,
like
19 bucks a
bubbly
month
noises, and we actually have bubbles
to put
and
your
jets
podcast
today.
everywhere that your RSS
We're on a
feed will
yacht,
automatically
Scoopy. Look
put
at
it.
this fucking thing.
Not naming names, but
Well,
you know, like if say we want our own
We have
website
such a cool view
outside of a
today.
beacons.ai
I think I might like this better than
page,
Palia for our
which,
hot tub.
By the way, beacons.ai/hot tub gamers. visit there to listen to all previous episodes and buy some merch. uh, but so like web hosting and new equipment and I don't know, maybe eventually travel or whatever. Like we never know.
IRL stream will happen one day.
IRL stream will happen one day. It'll probably
Oh
be
my
like
god,
at a
Nima,
convention or
seriously, it'd be
something, but-
amazing. Oh my god, could you imagine if we went to like KitCon and did an IRL stream and had like more than one guest with us?
That'd be crazy.
That'd be wild.
Like if this podcast, imagine this podcast gets big enough that at KitCon they kind of build us a dedicated hot
Dream,
tub.
we
in the
can
middle
dream
of the
big, right,
convention.
guys? Dream big. Oh my god, that would be so cool. We can dream big, right? It's gonna happen.
You
You
can
have to dream
probably
big.
you can probably have multiple guests at the same, like just have a dub and like film like 8 episodes for a day,
Yeah, exactly. Like that'll just build up our content
Yep.
for months at that point.
Yeah, people could just like come through at a certain time. It'd be incredible.
But of course, we'll have to buy like waterproof microphones or something. So
Oh yeah.
There's ways. There's ways. It's fine.
there's absolutely ways. Or at the very worst, we'd have to like rent a boom mic and hire somebody to hold that up, and pay
On
them
top of your
extra to not get too jealous that they can't come in the hot tub with
Oh
us.
my god. Like you have to wear normal clothes and you have to hold this mic for us and don't be in the shot.
Oh my god.
yeah, and
That just
it
sounds
will
like
be
the worst job.
a few mics as well. It's not only one.
Hey, I don't know.
So-
There's some people that hold boom mics and make a shit ton of money. So
They do.
I call
wish you
dibs.
guys to be able to afford all those
Hi, Sully
boom
Cash.
mics
How's it
and
going,
mic
dude?
holders. and
Welcome
everything.
in.
It's
Oh
the
my
dream.
god.
It-
We
it's
got big dreams for this
seriously the dream.
podcast. But welcome
But
in. We're
yes,
recording
to
our
your original
episode
point,
2
everything needs
with
some
our
sort of
second guest,
funding
High
if
Five
you want
LOL.
to advance and upgrade and make it
And we're
better.
like super excited because
it
we're
is
in
what
this
it is,
giant,
that's how the
beautiful hot
world- the
tub
world works,
today
so.
instead of
Everything
Palia,
costs
which
nothing wrong
Palia's
with
been
that.
fun. But this is a really
Like,
pretty view.
like it's not about the money, but you need the money to do what it is about.
I wonder if they
so-
do
Right.
KitCon in
It's
Vegas.
not about the money, it's
Chase the
about
dreams. I
not
love it.
being in
Dude,
debt.
if you don't dream,
Yeah,
where are you
yeah.
gonna go?
For
So
sure.
I'm excited for this
That's
adventure.
really the
Uh,
goal right there.
I hope they do KitCon in Vegas. That'd be super
Yeah.
close to me.
Especially with what we do, you do need the money to, like as you said,
I'm
equipment.
sad I didn't get to go to
even
TwitchCon, but
if
I
you
would
have to
much
do it
rather
in
go to
real life, you
KitCon.
need
I know
to
way more
fly
people.
people out, like it's a long,
Yeah.
Oh, man.
it's a long journey.
Again, I'm sorry I'm
But,
looking down
you
so
never
much.
know. You never know. Things
Setting this game
advance
up, it's
with
kind of
speeds you
weird.
don't
If
really
I alt
control,
tab
so
out to look at
sometimes
my
it just
chat,
happens.
yeah,
So
I need a third
I
screen
hope it keeps
officially.
going well for you guys.
And for you,
Thank you.
so like how have you found the growth on Kick so far?
Honestly,
It would
I've
be down the
never
street
expected
from me. Oh, damn. I didn't
to
know
be
that you
here
lived
where
there.
I'm at right now. For those, I think it has been like
I
five and
went
a
to
half
TwitchCon.
months.
Oh, nice. That must be nice, like
And
living out there
I
and
I
so many
honestly
things going on
didn't think I'll
in
get
Vegas.
this far.
Do you
I'm surprised
attend a lot
like,
of things
with
like
the
that,
whole
Nima?
community, all the support I've been getting, and even just building my own tank, like my own little community that always shows up. It's crazy to me.
Which,
honestly.
speaking of, you had a huge show up for your stream on the first, didn't you?
That was honestly out of this world. I did not expect anything like that. How we had, how many was it? I think like 180 something subs in a day, in a stream.
That's amazing, dude. Congrats on
180
that.
subs?
Yeah, I was so out of it. Like I was like,
Were you
okay,
doing a subathon or was this just completely
No,
spontaneous?
it was a giveaway stream. Me and my homie Ben,
Not
we were
yet,
hosting
but
that
you're like 2
20
months.
sub
Oh, nice,
giveaway.
Nima.
And we do that like once a month. It's like
If
a little
Luke is
thing
still
that we do
here,
to give back to the community
and
a little bit.
GT3
And
Luke,
I
he's
just started
in Vegas
stream,
as well.
usually like we just start
Actually, no, a
stream
lot of people
slowly,
live out
we
in
get some
Vegas
people
now.
in, we chat a little bit,
Do
then we
you,
start the
do you
giveaway
like it out
itself. And in the first 10 minutes, I was already like, people were dropping bombs, and like the chat got like, I couldn't even see chat. That never happens to me,
Oh,
It was
Lord.
moving fast as fuck. And yeah, we hit like a 153 sub train, like the widget thing, the hype train.
Jesus.
Damn, that's awesome, dude.
and I was just yelling and all excited and like it was wow, you know. But I truly appreciate my community that we are building,
I
and
do. It's much
I
better than
really
Florida.
hope that
Nima, wait,
I'll
were
be
you
able
living in
to
Florida
give
before?
back as
How
much
have
as
we
I
not
can
talked about
back to
this?
them.
I don't know if you know
Because
I'm from
that's what
Florida.
it is about at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just growing together, supporting each other, and yeah, it gets better with time the more you do it.
Yeah, it's crazy to hear your experience with that because you were doing a 20 sub giveaway. And like I've been seeing a lot of people post um, about like, you know, people just coming around whenever you're doing giveaways. But I mean, you got so much more love than 20 subs given to you
Yeah.
that day, which is mind blowing and like it's fucking amazing and awesome. And I don't know, I'm super happy for you.
Thank you. I
That is
truly
amazing.
appreciate it.
Yeah, no,
I
you're creating a
appreciate it.
great community and like you're building it clearly the right way. You know, like people are coming in and supporting you and showing you love as well, you know, even though you're
Yeah.
sharing things like that. So,
I've always said it,
hi,
right?
Gameplay
That
Boy.
it's not
Welcome
about
in, dude. It's nice
the
to see
subs or
you.
anything. Like I'm just happy to
I
see
always
people
appreciate the
that
support,
come into
dude.
chat, and like just
I hope you're having a
that's
really good
my biggest
Sunday.
reward to me is having people to chat with and actually
All right,
keep
Nima,
the
so
stream
I'm
going.
originally from Orlando,
So,
just
you know,
so you
sometimes
know.
it feels a little bit dead, and like
We
you
came
know,
out here
but
to Colorado
when you have people to talk to,
from
people
South
to game
Florida. We were
with,
living in like
it's a
Boynton
whole different
Beach.
experience, and that pushes your content
All these
forward.
palm
Like it
trees in
makes it
GTA
better
remind
as
me
a
of
content creator. And
Florida.
from then on, like obviously every sub is appreciated,
That's
but
kind of
it's not
fun.
required. And I was in WoW the whole stream,
Oh my god,
and
seriously?
yeah.
I was just about to ask what you stream.
I meant in WoW
begins-
like wow, you know, not like the game.
Oh, I was
My
like,
bad, my
wait, you were
bad,
in
my
World of
bad.
Warcraft the whole time?
No. It was just chatting this time. We didn't
Oh
really
my
have
god, I'm
time to
such a
play
nerd.
games. And even I started, you know, I had
So cool. I'm
a
so happy for
whiteboard
him.
that I was supposed to write everybody's name that subs, and like so many people actually showed up that I was like, I can't do it. Like there's no time, you know. So I did it on the next day. We had like a 1 hour of just doing little graffiti on the whiteboard and stuff, and I think it turned out pretty cool. Cause I used to back in
amazing.
school, probably uni, just draw on my notebooks like all the time, like little graffiti, da 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 da. So I guess it's useful in a way, but yeah. And honestly, I feel like everybody has those moments where they feel like they are not growing or they are doing something wrong, and stuff doesn't work out. And every time I have those, something good happens. So I'm extremely grateful and blessed. I feel like to have
know,
this opportunity.
A lot of people will say that it's really just about the consistency. You know, like
I don't
streaming
know that I
every
agree with them.
day, or at least having a schedule for your streams. But
Well,
the thing that they don't really talk about as well is diversifying, and not just like diversifying your content, but like diversifying where you are.
Yeah.
So not just promoting on X and all the usual social medias, but like being in Discord channels, having your own Discord, making different kinds of content like this podcast here versus a regular game stream, finding cool people to hang out with during stream, having them promote what you're doing as well.
the real networking.
Real
Yeah.
networking, yeah.
And like I
Yeah.
also think like a lot of people come and hang out with people because of their vibe. Like it's not always about like the games you play. I feel like a lot of people chase new games and I don't know. I don't know that that's always the answer.
Honestly, it may be helpful if you get on a wave of a new game, but at the same time, it will be so oversaturated that it may
Yeah.
actually be bad for you, depending on how big you are, I think. Because if you have some audience that watches you already, they may push you forward, but if you don't, you may just get stuck
Haven't
on
seen
the
you stream
bottom.
in quite some time. Hi, Phantom Shock. Oops, sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Hi,
It's
Phantom Shock.
kind
How are
of a
you?
short-term solution,
I hurt my back
but
recently,
unless
so
you're
it's been
already
really
known
hard
as a
for me to stream
variety
this week.
streamer,
So
it
I
can
haven't actually been
be
live.
a little bit of a risk
I think I was live on Tuesday,
to
Oh, yeah.
and that was it
like,
this
pick up a
week.
game that's just come out or is having a
But
beta test or
today's my first
whatever,
day that I don't really
and
have
you're
pain.
like, ooh, I want to play this
So
for my
hopefully
community,"
it'll keep getting
and
better,
that
and
might not
you'll see
be
me
your
around a lot
community
more.
wants
How are you doing
to watch
today?
you play. Yeah.
Yeah, depends really on how are you building your brand
Good to
and
see
like
you
what
back.
you are
Good,
known
well.
for.
Oh, thank you.
So
I
for
appreciate
me,
that.
for the last
I'm
1
working
month,
on it.
I've
Working
been
on
playing
it. I'm
only
gonna keep
CS
moving,
mostly.
stretching, doing all my
And
exercises.
people, I feel like, start
That
knowing
pain
me
is no
for
joke
that
and it
game
sucks.
mostly.
Right.
And before that, I was doing more like variety of
I just
games,
followed back after
different
you followed
things. So
me a few
now
weeks
I'll
ago.
be going back to it.
Nice,
I
thank
feel
you.
like-
I appreciate the
Because
follow,
that's,
dude.
you know, like the more you do something, the more people know you for it. So you
Do you have
want
anything
to
fun going on this
build your
weekend?
brand the way you want to look.
Yeah.
So
We're
Like
recording
me, I'm an indie
our
gamer,
podcast.
so
So this is
I mostly
Gamers and
try
Hot Tubs
to,
Talking Nerd Life. This is episode 2 that
play,
we're recording with
like
High
classic indie stuff
Five
or
LOL
new
hanging
indie
out with
stuff.
us in GTA today.
Like if you look on my page, there's Castle
I'm so excited to be on a
Crashers,
yacht
there's
in a hot tub in a
Hades.
game. It's great.
I try
Right what I
to
was
you know,
doing,
mix it
probably
up.
smoking cigars.
Paleo.
are you, are you excited about Hades too?
I am so excited about Hades too. I can't even put it into words.
I feel like that's the most anticipated game for a lot of people.
It
out.
probably is. It's because the first Hades is a masterpiece, and
I've never heard of Hades until I talked to
Supergiant
Flatbear.
does not miss. So I
I
think
had to watch him
a
play
lot
like a really
of-
like weird run last weekend. I think
I
it
think
was.
there's a lot of pressure writing on that game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
but
cook
I
some
think they're
chicken
gonna do it
Alfredo,
right.
so I'm hyped for it. Ooh,
And
that
they're
sounds
gonna
good.
do
I
the
haven't had
first game
Alfredo in
justice.
so long.
That's always how it is, you know, when
Alfredo
a game
always
does
hits a little
extremely
different.
well,
And
everybody
it's always
expects
so like,
like
I don't
a
know. It
mind-blowing
warms the soul, I
sequel
feel like.
or, you know, like
I hope you
next
enjoy your
level.
chicken Alfredo, dude.
So it doesn't always happen, but when you look at track records of the companies that produce those games, you can kind of expect it to happen for them, you know, for Hades.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never really played it, but I've watched people and I've talked about it. I like just learning about the history of games and how they are made, what they're, you know,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's one of those
Thank
games
you.
that
I'll be lurking.
you kind
Oh,
of
thank
have
you,
to
dude. I
expect
appreciate
something
it.
good, and you
I
probably
changed my
will
lurk
get
to
it
Vibin.
in the sequel.
Probably.
I
At
don't
least
know.
You hope you'll get
People
it.
were telling
Yeah,
me the
for
like
sure.
lurk command was weird, so I changed it to
And
Vibin.
there's
But
a good
thank you. I
chance
appreciate
will
you lurking.
anyway,
I hope you
unless
enjoy your
something goes
Sunday
terribly,
and cooking goes
terribly
well.
wrong with development. But you know, you've got a talented team with a long track record now. So
Yeah.
Actually, I wonder.
I think it's gonna come out amazing. I
Might
mean, I'm not
be-
one to like hype
There it
myself
is.
up. I always get my hopes up. or
No,
whatnot,
G.
But I think
I should totally add a G
Hades
to that.
2 is one of those few
Sorry.
games. It's like this is a done deal. This is going to be amazing.
Oh my god, those emotes. I love those emotes.
Yeah, I feel like those
Those are
games
awesome.
that actually turn out to be
I need some, like,
disasters.
Weird, silly
It's
emotes
mostly
like
not
that.
the developers, but executive decisions
Right.
that make it what it is at the end of the day. Like something
Exactly,
like Cyberpunk,
and-
for example.
And Supergiant is still independent, and the games
Yeah.
are generally much lower budget than something like GTA or Cyberpunk.
Oh,
you
for
know.
sure. Yeah.
You're talking maybe a couple $1 million as opposed to close to $1 billion. Like, game budgets are getting so out of control now.
I think I read about GTA 6 being over $1 billion
What?
in production,
Yeah.
and I was like, wow.
That's insane.
Doesn't surprise me though. I mean, GTA 5 has made over $1 billion in revenue, so it's not
For
like
sure,
they
yeah.
can afford it.
Wow.
But the expectations are incredibly high.
How old is GTA 5?
Just turned a decade old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which, for a game that's a decade old and still looking this good,
Yeah.
I feel like Rockstar is set such high expectations that everything has to be one up from the last one. So that's why they are taking that long, and when it does come out, it stays for many, many years.
I did
It's
not
still
realize
relevant.
this game was 10 years
Yeah,
old.
Even
No
now, if you
wonder
play
it's
some of
such,
the old
like,
GTAs
it's so
or
hard to like
Red
move in this
Deads,
game and do
you
things.
can
It's
still
really
have a good
funny.
time, even if the graphics are not the best.
Yeah.
You can still appreciate the gameplay elements, the stories, and so on.
Yeah, if they do it right, like it's even like going back and playing Final Fantasy VII, like it's 20 years old,
Yeah.
20 plus years old, and like it's so boxy and weird, but like that story is so good. I don't know. I enjoyed playing it.
Graphics got very high fidelity very quickly. If you
Yeah.
like, you're talking the PlayStation 1 era, and everything was kind of boxy and janky, and we didn't quite know what we were doing. But by the next generation of consoles, people started looking like more like people.
Yeah.
Lighting started getting better, and then by the 360 era, i.e., GTA 5, everything was beautiful. So it really only took 3 generations of graphics technology to hit good fidelity, I would say.
Yeah, I feel like at some point, like maybe 2012, 13, 14, this is around the time where graphics were there already. Like, like we have changes, they get better, but it's not that noticeable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the funny
before.
thing is, even indies can hit this level of graphical fidelity now pretty easily. Engines like Unity, Godot, Unreal. I mean, Unreal is free for everybody, so yeah, just a little bit of effort and some good some good sunsets. You get yourself a good-looking game.
I actually had to work with Unity for a year, from last year till now, like for my graduation, like my thesis, and I learned a lot about it, and it's crazy how much a single person can do nowadays with a
Yeah.
game engine. Like all the options you
I don't
have,
know
all
anything
the
about all
features.
of that.
Yeah.
And I know
so
that
much
uh,
stuff.
Unreal
Cute.
has
This
even
is
more
funny to listen to.
built
Yeah,
into it.
And really
Unreal
cool to
has
listen
like
to, 'cause I don't know
Human
anything about,
Creator,
like,
for instance.
how
So
game
if you
design
need to
goes.
make
Like I've always
characters,
played
you
video
don't
games,
have
I've
to
never
worry
created
about
anything.
modeling from the ground up and doing all the rigging and animation
Yeah.
yourself. You can just use that and make some very good looking characters for your game. Rose, can you handle things for a couple minutes? I will
Yeah.
be right back.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want me to go ahead and start on one of our topics?
Oh, yes, please do.
We haven't even
I'll be right
started yet, damn.
No, we haven't. I love that like you guys can sit here and talk about all these things and like because you guys have never met. So I'm like I'm just gonna let this
Yeah.
roll for a little bit so that you guys can like get to know each other.
It's the nerds in us, okay?
It totally is. But that's like I don't know. That's the whole point of this. Like we're all nerds. We all like playing video
Yeah.
games and we've all had different experiences throughout our life with it. So that's why we're here.
That's why we get along so well, I guess.
Yeah,
So,
yep, absolutely. So I think you kind of know how this is gonna go, but we've done our welcome, we've done our little intros. You guys have gotten to know each other, and we're gonna go through some topics. I'll give you a topic, and we want to hear about it. We want to hear how you feel about it and things like that.
just
and-
go with it.
Yep, we'll just roll with it. And I think something else I explained to you, and one of the things I sent you was like, we'll probably all talk over each other off and on. It's totally fine. But do you have any questions before we get into topics?
Not really, no. I'm having good time so far, so.
Cool. I appreciate you being here, dude. And I'm glad you're enjoying
I
it.
appreciate you for inviting me again. It's a very nice thing to just talk about nerdy stuff and just talk about gaming and stuff like that. You don't really know that many people in real life, that you can just sit and talk about stuff like that.
Yeah, yep.
So,
It definitely
it's
gives us
cool.
a different outlet for that, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so our first topic, we would love to hear about your first game or games, and how they had an impact on you or left an impact on you, whenever you started your gaming nerdy life.
Okay, let's start from the start. So, I didn't have a PC like it wasn't mine even, but at 8 years old, my father got his first PC. I was kind of like left behind a little bit, and
Yo, Mama
like that
Bliss,
PC wasn't
welcome
really good
in.
at all.
High Five LOL
But
is with us today, so welcome in.
then I
to,
kind of started getting into PC games.
our
Before
live
that, it
recording
was
of
mostly
episode
like
2
those
with High
little
Five.
consoles with Super
We're
Mario
just getting
and stuff
started
like
with our
that.
first topic.
And
They were nerding out over
when you
some
actually
games,
got
so welcome
when I actually
in.
got to PC gaming, this is where
How are
I
you doing?
really got into gaming like that. And probably my first games that actually had impact in me are, funnily enough, GTA.
Oh my god, I
I've
love
played,
this, Mama.
I believe it was Vice City, the first one that I
Oh my
actually got
gosh.
to play. And it's such a throwback now when you think about it.
Yeah.
But I finished that game probably like 3 times back then, and I wasn't supposed to play it because I was like probably 10. But that's not the point, right? And maybe CS 1.6. Those were my 2 games that actually got me into PC gaming and like those AAA titles.
Old
Back
school
then.
Counter-Strike, the days before
Yeah.
loot crates and
Before the whole skin thing.
knife trades and
Yeah.
No, and you still
Before
play
the
CS
scams.
today.
Yeah. I feel like when a game sticks with you and it's being
Great,
supported
hope
by
you
the
are.
developers,
Mama
it
Bliss, I'm
kind
doing
of
a
becomes
lot
part
better.
of your
Today is
life
like my
in a way.
first morning waking up like
How
without
are
Or
you
really any
enjoying
pain.
CS2?
So
I
I'm
had my
excited. I'm gonna
complaints
keep
with
moving
it,
and
right? I was
exercising.
super
So hopefully
excited
next week
about
I
it
will be
because
live
CSGO
and
was
hanging out a lot more.
10
I
years
miss you
old as
guys.
well. It's like GTA all
I
over.
miss hanging out with everybody
And they
gaming.
finally decided to upgrade it, to like move to a new engine. I at the
Well,
start
Mama
wasn't
Bliss, I
excited
love
because
that
I
you
was
say
like, they'll
two of
just
my
move it to a new
friends,
engine
so
and they won't
exciting
change
because,
anything,
like,
right?
I love
It would
that,
just be a
like,
port.
we
But
all
they actually went out of
connected
their way. They added new
and
mechanics. They
gotten to
added
meet
new,
each other and
I guess,
like
map
you guys come
upgrades,
into my
graphic
chat and
upgrades.
know either
And
somebody
then the
that's
whole
on
game
my
came
stream
out,
today, like High
and
Five,
it
or
had a lot
you're
of
like
issues,
talking and vibing
let's
in
say.
my chat with somebody,
And it still
means
has
a lot.
some, but it's
We've
definitely
talked about
getting
this
better.
before.
And I appreciate that they actually put out updates probably like 2 or 3 times a week nowadays. And the game is definitely getting to the state where it was supposed to be on launch, that it wasn't on. My biggest complaint is probably that a lot of content
This
is
view from
missing.
this hot tub is just so nice. It
A
makes
lot
me
of
happy.
casual
Love
maps,
it.
community maps that
It's like the
used
best
to be just
feeling.
fun. You know, it wasn't like competitive by any means. It was just
I love getting to know you
a
guys,
fun
and
way
so like this
to-
is such a
spend time
huge
with your
way
friends
to
and
get to
stuff.
know my friends,
now this is slowly,
and then to have
slowly
you
getting,
guys pop in and
getting
hang
back
out.
into the game.
I can't stay watching the kids.
And I
but
hope by
I had to
next
catch some
year,
of this. I'm gonna
hopefully,
keep
it
y'all
will be
up while
more
playing
than
with
what
the kids.
CS:GO
Oh,
was.
thank you, Mama
because
Bliss.
right
I
now
hope you
it's
have a really
less.
lovely Sunday.
I guess,
Our recording will be
overall.
live. Hopefully by Friday, we'll have it
Mhm.
up on all of our platforms.
But yeah, back to the original question. I feel like Vice City and CS 1.6 were my games, and I didn't really play them at home because obviously, as I said, my father's PC wasn't very good at the time. So we would go on internet cafes, play there,
Hi, Master
and
Reinhardt.
also at friends'
How are you?
places. And it was
nice to see
it was a way
you.
to socialize as well. It
Sorry, I
wasn't
haven't got
just
to
about
come hang out with you. I'm back has really
gaming
kinda,
on your own and like having
put
a
me
good
under the
time
table
on your
this
own.
week.
It was about your friends and how you make new friends, you play together, you learn things as you go. And it was a really good time, honestly. The
I'm
nostalgia
doing a
gets
lot
to me
better.
when I
Today's
think
like
about
my,
it.
like I was saying to Mama Bliss,
How
my
do you
first day
find
that I was
online
like
gaming compared
feeling
to
no
same
pain,
meeting
feeling
people in
really
a gaming
good. So I'm
cafe?
gonna keep exercising, doing my stretches.
Well,
Your tree is up.
it's very different.
That's so
obviously,
exciting.
in
Do
a
you
way,
have it in the
but
background of your stream?
I
I think I'm gonna put mine
obviously
up
enjoy it
this
because
weekend
we're
and have
literally
it
in a
behind me.
online game right
I'm
now.
excited.
But
I love having Christmas trees up.
I feel like the
Nice.
key
Oh my God,
differences
I'm gonna
are
make sure I
that
come stop
obviously
by. I
you
wanna
don't have
see.
the people you play with physically there, and you can't like the level of interaction is not the same, but there is some level of interaction still, and obviously you are in the comfort of your home,
I'm doing
and
subs on
you don't
Treehouse.
have to pay
That's
for,
what I wanted to
for
do.
being
I was gonna do it on
in
like
the cafe.
ornaments. What are you going
Anyways,
to do for yours?
I enjoy it. I feel like that's a it's a level of evolution in a way, but at the same time there are some things that were, I guess, better.
So we have a gaming cafe here that
Mhm.
has one of the best sandwich bars
What?
probably I have ever seen. They do paninis. I think they do subs. They do like little baskets of Parmesan fries.
Can't
They
go wrong
have,
with parm fries.
oh God, no, this is so good. They've
I have
got all
orb
different kinds of coffee
coming in the
and smoothies
mail.
and such.
Nice.
It's like,
Writing name
what
on each
the
one.
hell
That's
is this
exciting.
doing
I have a
here and
bunch
why
of
is it
like
so
gold
good?
and silver
It enhances the experience.
ornaments that are just
It
round
definitely
that I was just
enhances
gonna
the experience.
use.
So I would
I
think
thought it would
like,
be really cute.
you know, the nice thing about you know,
I
those
think
kinds of
I've
public
seen people that
places
were
for
like
gaming
trying
is
to
you
find
do
like
get
actual like
those kinds
subs,
of
like
amenities
sandwich
and
ornaments.
not just,
Which I was like,
you know, having
that would be
to
crazy to
say
have just
make
like a bunch
the
of like
regular
sub
bologna
sandwiches
cheese out of your refrigerator
on
with
your
maybe some
Christmas
different
tree for
meals
all
on
your
the side.
subs.
Yeah.
You can indulge a little bit more with, you know, depending on what the place offers.
Oh yeah, it definitely has its own. It has its own perks, just being there. Even now that I've had like obviously my PC and I've been gaming for years and years on it, we with friends we would still go to some of those cafes. They closed the ones we would go to, but before they were closed, we would go there and just play together. It's a different experience when you just have people around you. As you said, you have food, you have drinks, and it's just a different way of experiencing games. So
Mhm.
it's always nice.
I have
And
never experienced that at all.
you've
Oh, you
missed
should.
out
It's
on
kind
it.
of fun.
It sounds like listening to you guys, it sounds really cool and sounds like a whole different way to like game and like, I don't know, meet different people while you do that, but like not in the game, like hanging out, sitting next to you, or having a drink with
Exactly.
you.
Exactly, and all these places do different kinds of events too,
Thunder
like
Bear,
Smash
how's
Brothers
it going? Welcome
tournaments
in. I hope you're having a good
see,
Sunday. We are
Counter-Strike tournaments.
recording
Yeah.
our podcast live in Hot
And
Tub and
then,
GTA
you know,
5
obviously,
today.
you can do birthday parties
We are with
there,
our second
or
guest, High Five
different kinds
LOL.
of game nights.
And we're
local developers
yeah, talking nerd life in a hot
will,
tub.
say, do demo nights
So
at these
welcome in.
places.
We stream putting
There's
it up.
all kinds of
Oh,
stuff
Master
that
Reinhardt. I
goes
thought that was
on at them.
adorable to see.
Yeah.
I was like debating if I was
They
gonna
are worth
stream
checking out.
like
They're a
putting
lot
up
of
my
fun,
Christmas tree or
actually.
not.
Talking
Kinda want to.
about
Usually you just have to pay something like $15 for the day, so
Oh, that's not bad.
you can get your money's worth, definitely.
yeah, I feel like for experiences like that, it's worth paying because like even if you go to the cinema, you pay a similar amount, I guess.
Oh my
like,
God,
Even
Right.
that's how it is here. I don't know how you guys have it,
Oh
but
no, movies are stupid
yeah.
expensive.
The movies here are like $25 a ticket, and
damn.
Yeah,
know,
you
you're-
can't go
you're-
without spending $50, but your whole night ends up being way more than that.
and you get kicked out after an hour and a half. Versus at a
Yeah.
gaming cafe, you're either paying maybe like $8 an hour, or you're paying something like 15-20 bucks for the entire day. And you're like, yep, I'm just gonna be here for 8 hours and really get my money's worth.
Oh yeah, you get your money's worth way more for sure, with something like that. Obviously, if you're into that, because a lot of people are not. But yeah, we have like once or twice a year. There's this one
he's
company.
14, but
I won't say
still.
names, right? But
Aw.
they
No, that's still
organize
really cool and
those
really
gaming
special to do with
events
your
in
nephew,
different
dude.
towns
That's
around
awesome.
the country. And
At least
it's
he's old
always
enough you didn't have to
so
worry about
much
him, like,
fun.
running
And
around being
obviously here
crazy.
we have our standard of living is like lower cost, so it probably matches to around like $10-12 for 2 days, and it's the whole days, and they rent out whole not stadiums but like big halls for like volleyball or for like and they just spread around some PC zones, PC booths, a whole scene, seats, like gaming peripheral companies come over to
Yep.
sell their things. They have discounts, tournaments. You meet a lot of. It's kind of like a
It's a
gaming
networking
event,
event.
a whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
And you get to
mini
meet a lot
expo
of
in
people
one
there,
day.
yeah.
That sounds
I
so
was
freaking
working.
cool.
I was working with one down in Texas, about a year ago.
He wants to be a
try
streamer
and
at
put
some
an
point.
event
Oh,
together.
that's super
And
cool.
they were connected
Especially like if you could help
to,
him
like a
like
hockey rink
start off young
and
and like
like
help
a
him kind of navigate the mistakes
think
maybe
like
you
like
have made or that you have
basketball
learned to do better, you know?
section as well, and then they
That's
got the
really cool.
gaming
You could totally
section
give him like a
and
really
the
good start to
restaurant and the
his
party
like
floor. They
streaming
had
career.
just all these different
That's really
things,
special, Master Reinhardt.
and kind of everything short of laser tag, it seemed like. And the place was just amazing. There was
Yeah, all
there's,
the advice.
you know,
Yup, all the
RGB lighting
advice.
just everywhere,
That's what
on
mentors
the
are supposed to do,
computers,
make
on the
your
walls, on the chairs,
mentee
on
do
the
better than you
tables,
did.
like,
So you should
place
totally do that.
absolutely nuts.
That's
And
awesome.
I'm like, how'd you afford to set this up?
I haven't really met a ton
they
of
had, like,
young
3
streamers
locations.
on Kick. I feel like Twitch is where
and it
that's
was
at,
probably
but
packed
I
as
could be
well.
really wrong.
Yeah.
Damn.
I've seen
that,
like
that sounds like
maybe
a
like
lot of
one
fun,
or two that
honestly.
are like 16 or
Honestly,
something.
I
yeah.
love those events, like those.
Do you
Those
have
are
to be a
probably some
certain
of my
age to
best
start
moments
streaming
just
and make an
because you
account
go
and
there
stuff?
with your
I
friends,
don't know
you
if it's
meet
all
new
like
people.
18 up.
You play in some
I don't
tournaments.
remember
You
reading
just
that.
enjoy the vibe and you have fun with the whole crowd and everything, and it's always packed with people.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
It's all about the vibe.
Yeah.
Always.
At the end
And
of the day,
everything
that's
comes
all.
down to the vibes.
It
Exactly.
does. It definitely does. Man, I've been like preaching that since I started on Kick. all
Well,
about
as
the
you
vibe.
said earlier in the podcast, when you bring a vibe to the table, like a vibe that people like, even if your gameplay is not good, even if you, you know, like it doesn't really matter as long as people enjoy being here and spending time with you.
Yep.
That's what it is about.
Yep, no, and like I love giving people like a space to feel like they belong or a space to feel safe. So, it's a vibe.
Yeah. I like having a chat where people feel
I have told him to
welcome
wait till
to
he's
speak their
settled in
opinion,
life because
to
school
say
comes
hi,
first.
to,
And he wants to go to cooking school.
you
Oh my
know,
gosh,
to-
no, and I've
to
heard cooking
interact
school is
with
intense,
me
so
and the chat
that's smart.
around them as well.
Although it could help him pay for
And-
college.
and just
But he'd have to
letting
manage his
everybody have
time, which
as much
whenever
fun
you're
as
that
they
age, you
can,
have no
really,
idea how to
because
manage your
I
time.
can be background noise, I can be a friend, I can be anything in between. Really,
Yeah.
that's sort of the whole point of being a live content
Mhm.
creator,
Yep.
especially. Is some people are going to be watching you actively, some people are going to be watching you passively, some people will be some people will be comfortable speaking up, some
Yeah.
people will be a little too shy for that, and it's all good.
Yep.
You know, I'm good with everybody in my chat as long as they keep it friendly, they
Yeah.
keep it respectful of
Exactly that.
everybody
Yeah.
around them.
That's
really
what
it.
I've always said is just as long as you are respectful to each other and to me obviously, 'cause I am to them.
Right.
We can have our fun. We don't really have filter. I feel like on my on my streams,
Yeah.
we just talk about whatever. We insult each other on a friendly basis, obviously, and it's all fun and games,
I sat
and that's
down
what
with,
I've
like,
always
one
said. As
drink,
long as
but it
you're
was, like,
respectful,
I don't
and
know,
at the end of the
a
day
quarter
you
of the
don't
way
take
full.
anything too seriously,
Right.
we can all have a good time
I'm
and
gonna
just
get thirsty. I have to go
just
get me some
enjoy
water.
our nights, like days, whatever it is, depending on where you're at. Yeah,
Exactly. That's really the point, is just for people to be able to come in and vibe. And I've always considered myself a little bit of a mood sponge, which is really weird. So it's like, you know, obviously I'll have my own mood going into something, but
yeah,
then my mood sort of becomes an average of everybody else around me.
I
So if it's a
experienced that
really-
last weekend listening to you with all your friends in Discord. Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah. My friends are rowdy. You know, especially my Discord friends, very rowdy. But my real life friends, much more chill, much more down to earth. So depending on where I am, I'll, you know, kind of like my energy level will sort of spike up to meet everybody, or I'll sort of just vibe and not really fall asleep, but I'll be much more grounded,
much more laid back in a way.
much more laid back. Yeah.
Yeah,
And generally, I prefer, you know, being in my mid 30s now. I generally prefer the laid back approach. and just those days where like I can relax in the hot tub as opposed to having to keep up with, you know, a bunch of 20 somethings who just like woke up and were immediately over caffeinated.
They just start off with a higher level of energy.
They really do. I'm like, and how are you alive? How do you exist like this?
Which, oh my god,
I-
speaking of like vibes, this whole like scene we have going on here, I love the,
I
like,
love
sunrises,
the hot tub
sunsets.
scene.
Like this is
I
Yeah.
love the hot tub in GTA.
This
They
vibe.
really do this right.
I wasn't even aware that there's such thing where you can just sit down and like your quotes disappear. Everything is like they figured it out. Like
They did. The phones shut up, and you know there's a couple things with like press E to stand up, and I had
Yeah.
a transaction pending thing down in the corner, but that's it. You know,
Yeah.
maybe a business battle notification once in a while, just you know, so that you're aware that oh the game is still going on.
yeah, like you're still in a
But,
game.
like, but like this is a private server, so it's invite only.
yeah.
Which means nobody is gonna like you know hopefully nobody is going to like drive a say flying elephant into us that explodes
Yeah.
because GTA hackers and all.
Oh, cheaters in this game are insane.
They're
I
insane.
I think I was telling Rose one of her streams when we were just first talking about the podcast. I told her that I literally got banned because of a cheater.
Yeah, I can't believe that. That's wild.
So the cheater
Uh,
got you banned?
You picked up
Yeah,
what, a
I
bag of
think-
money?
Yeah, pretty much he was dropping bags and stuff, and I picked some of them. And that
Oh,
guy actually
no.
got me banned. I had my own yacht and stuff, and
Oh, no.
my whole account got wiped.
Man, I don't know the culture of this
So,
game, and it's so crazy
It
to
was
hear
a
stories
lot
like this.
of grinding go back, you know, all the apartments and cars
It's crazy
and
that you
stuff.
get banned because
Yeah.
somebody dropped something
that
that
I
they
don't really know why
shouldn't have
I cared
had, and you
about
pick
so
it
much,
up.
but here we are.
But yeah,
Well, luckily you could just
It's
run
crazy.
the casino heist in Cayo Perico a couple dozen
Yeah.
times apiece and get right back up to where you need to go. But it's really a matter of having friends who are already loaded in GTA, and then
Yeah,
they can
for
just
sure.
run you through
Sugar
those high-end
daddies.
heists. Sugar daddies, essentially.
Pretty much, yeah.
Or you know, it's GTA, so Splendid daddies.
oh my god.
I think I started in like 2017, and I had a buddy that got me into the game, like explained everything to me because I played the story, but obviously it's very different in the online. And he was like, okay, you do this to get that much money, then you do this to double your money, then da 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 da, da, you know. And at some point, I was like, okay, I got it now. And I started just doing my own thing, leveling
Running
up, so on.
businesses and
Yeah.
printing counterfeit money, and yeah.
Yeah,
The whole like RP side of this game is wild. The
It
team I'm a
is.
part of, Team Vibes, like they started a server, and I think the other day when I stopped by to say hi, they had like 20 plus people in there, and they just booted it up I think last week. And I was like, holy shit. And like all the excitement and buzz around it was super cool. And it was really cute to like listen to all these guys like do their little role playing in their shop with the cops. And I was like, this is really cute. I didn't know there was that many people into RP.
What's
Oh.
really cool is I don't know if you saw this news, but Rockstar actually bought 5M a month or two ago.
did they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So 5M modding is now officially supported.
Okay, that's a good thing. I feel
That's
like
a
they just
very
saw
good-
how big it is, and
Yeah.
it would make sense for them to actually support it.
Yeah.
So I feel like they went against a lot of modders that actually helped their game in the past, and that's a good change of approach. I feel like.
That's definitely
Yeah.
evolving in a lot of games where like there are mods out there and like all these companies that make these games are starting to accept that.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to support it more, which is really nice instead of it being like, oh, you can't use this third party thing, we're gonna ban you. So it
Well-
is evolving.
Funnily enough, my favorite company probably for games are Valve, and half of their games are literally mods for their original work that they made whole games out of. And
Oh, yeah.
I feel
We'll-
like that's
we'll
what
be
got
getting-
them where they are.
We'll be getting a Gary's Mod hot tub up and running at some point.
I'm scared.
I would be watching.
That one's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Alright.
for sure.
I'm gonna reel us back in because we are what, an hour technically in, and we have done one topic.
Oh my god. That's just how these go.
No, I love this. Like, I am definitely not
I
complaining.
didn't even realize an hour passed. What?
Yeah, yep. I love that. I love that. Like, we can all sit here and chat. And Baron, while you were gone, or Danny, I'm sorry. I never know what to call you. I don't know why. But while you were gone, I was telling him like it was really great to listen to you guys get to know each other. I was like, I'm gonna let you guys go for like 30 or 40 minutes, so you guys can vibe because you've never met. So, yeah,
Yeah.
It just leaves me more editing work to do. It's fine.
it's fine. More
They're
content.
just making you work overtime.
Yup.
Oh god, we are gonna have to get some shorts going soon.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna start clipping stuff.
Okay.
After this one, we'll have 3 whole episodes to like mess with.
Yep.
So.
And that 3-episode mark is apparently like the minimum you need to launch your podcast. So I didn't know that before. I was like, oops, but you know, it's fine though,
Yeah.
because we'll just launch with those 3 onto Apple,
Yep.
and then that's when we'll explode.
Yep, it'll be great.
So I'm
It'll
good with
absolutely be great. Okay, since I introduced the first topic, do you want to introduce the second, Danny?
it. Sure. Which letter is the second?
It should be B, I think.
B. Okay.
I put it in the
So-
outline as well, or the format.
Did we have a? Oh god, did we have a specific
Uh-huh.
format for this one? Because
Yup.
I'm just looking at the topics document right now.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no, I made High Five his own format.
I had my own document and everything.
Oh,
prepared.
there we go. Oh, I got it. All right.
I was trying to be good.
No,
I
you're good.
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
You're good. I'm just, still asleep even though it's noon.
I feel you on this one. I'm like, it's dark outside and I'm still not awake fully, but
Wait, so we know
We
you're
out
in
here.
Bulgaria. What time is it for you?
let me check actually. 'Cause I'm lost in time. It's 7 p.m. actually.
Okay, it's 10 a.m. for me, and then it's noon for Danny. That is wild. I love this.
This is great. Oh yeah, we're doing excellent here.
We are all over the place. We love it.
Hold on 1 second.
Don't worry about it. We ain't in a hurry. I don't even
Well-
remember honestly what topics I've
picked.
up. But
I mean, we have some
I've-
really good ones
That
already.
did not work. That didn't work. All right,
Nice.
so here we go. So Fives. Tell
Yes.
us about an obscure game you love that nobody's ever heard of.
I love that he calls them
Ooh,
fives.
did I
It's
pick that
adorable.
one? Damn. Okay. that should be interesting. I guess there are a few games that I've played that weren't really that popular, and they are not really that good to be honest. But they've been part of my childhood, which obviously makes you believe that they are better than they are, and you remember them way better than they actually were.
They're way more magical.
Yeah. And going back to my father's PC back in the day, obviously we couldn't play all those cool games, so I had to get introduced to some, like 2D games. So I used to play, I don't know if you guys have heard of Zuma.
Oh, yeah.
No, what is that?
Old school PopCap.
Yeah,
What?
PopCap. It was just like a little frog in the middle that shoots bows, and there are like
Yeah, the
lines
magic
of bows around the whole screen, and you just gotta hit them all and like fill a bar and stuff. And that's probably one of them. Also, there was this game Ricochet, I think it was called.
Mm-hmm.
That was something similar with things, but it was just you destroying
breakdown.
bars and
I've
like
never
bouncing
heard
the
of these
ball. It
games.
was like
This is another
one of
reason
those
why I love this
classic
podcast that
type
we're
of
doing.
games.
Yeah, that was like a Arkanoid kind of clone. I love
Yeah.
that one.
And
See, you're,
The-
you're supposed to pick games nobody's ever heard of, and yet
I have
played
never
both
heard of these. I have never heard of
okay.
these. I was
you were
on the
just in
same-
my zone, okay?
Like Danny, you're way better at this than I am.
You haven't figured out. You can ask Chad. I don't think anybody will know about those.
Honestly, I haven't felt like I've been so far behind in knowing video games until maybe the last 3 years or so. And just seeing everything that's coming out on Steam.
Yeah.
20,000
Well-
games a year now.
What?
So
That is insane.
it's insane. There's no way to keep up.
No, there's no way.
Well, to be fair, nowadays you can just pay $100 and get your game on Steam. So
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
Will your
It's
game
an
make
easy
that
entry
$100
point.
back though? That's the big question.
yeah, that's the thing with a lot of those games. You gotta put a lot of work in to actually make something out of it.
Oh yeah.
And even if your game is good, it may not even get noticed as if you don't have the promo or like so on and so on.
Your game could be absolutely brilliant, and if your marketing failed,
Yeah,
no one will ever know.
exactly. You gotta get like there's like a little bit of work involved, but
There's a
at the
lot of
same
work
time it's a lot
involved.
of right moves to even get to that work part.
Is it
It's
knowing
not
the right
only-
people too?
It's making the right moves, it's knowing the right people, and that's only 50% of it. The other 50% is luck.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just pure dumb luck.
So you gotta roll the dice and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's always that level of work, but I feel like the more effort and like good moves you make, the lower the work percentage gets. There's always work, but you know, you kind of
Well-
can lower the percentage of work that you need with your
Wait.
own actions and stuff.
Yes and no, but then there's always so much stuff that's out of your control.
Yeah, for sure.
Like all of a sudden, say, take a game like Hi-Fi Rush, for instance.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you guys have heard of that game.
Nope.
Haven't played it, but I know it. Yeah.
So Hi-Fi Rush is a game that Bethesda released earlier this year. It's like a cel-shaded, rhythm-based action game, and they released it
And
without
Bethesda's a big name.
any announcement beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
So like they announced it at an Xbox showcase and released it on the same day, and it did
Damn.
fantastically well for being a lower budget game. Imagine being an indie studio. You had done all this preparation ahead of time, and you were gonna release your game on this day, and you had all your marketing ready, blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden, a AAA studio launches an unannounced game on the same day you were going to release.
Yeah. It's a long day for you if that happens.
Yeah,
You would never be
sure.
seen ever.
ever. And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all of a sudden, you're buried and you're dead. You're dead in the water, and that's what
Yeah.
I mean by dumb luck.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree fully on that. I'm just saying that it kind of gives you a better chance. But obviously, as you said, there are so many factors that you can't even control. You don't even know about.
Exactly.
But yeah, another game that maybe even you don't know. There was this one game. It was probably the only 3D game that ran on this PC back then. It was called Super Taxi Driver. I think it was 2006. It was in the name. It was such a dumb game, but
Sounds like a Crazy Taxi clone.
it was like an open world game. Like the map was super short, and like what I found most enjoyment in was trying to get out of the borders of the map. That was my childhood mission. I wouldn't even play like the game itself, which was more about like picking clients, like getting money up by delivering clients to their places and stuff. And there were some other taxis that hated you and were trying, to take your business and da da da. It was super basic. But the fact that it had an open world that I was able to explore I was like, wow. That's like, I knew GTA back then, but I couldn't play it at home. So that was like the closest I got to an open world where I can just drive around and experience stuff. But the game itself is not anything special really. It's just just a mindless driving experience around a small map.
Hey, games don't have to be like these mind-blowing games to be enjoyable or to like, I don't know, take you
Yeah.
out of your world and give you something something fun or something entertaining to like concentrate on instead of whatever's going on in your world. So it just has
As
to
long
take
as
you
the
out of it.
gameplay loop, as long
Yeah.
as the gameplay loop is silly,
Yeah.
Yeah,
players will get a couple hours of enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
for sure.
easily.
And like nowadays, my expectations for a game are way higher, obviously. But back then, it was something new for me, so I was like, "Oh, that's amazing!" You know, like wow. So
Oh my god, I'm definitely
it
guilty
depends
of
on
that.
yeah, it depends on what stage of your experience you get to play those games. I feel like.
Yeah, yeah. I know. Anytime somebody recommends a game to me, I'm like, ooh, is it pretty? Like, I want it to like visually look good nowadays. But
Mm,
definitely a requirement for me at the moment.
I don't
I
even
feel-
care so much about like pretty anymore because I'm still on a GTX 1070. So obviously I'm not going to get any ray tracing out of my games.
yeah.
I haven't
I do
turned that on
care-
yet. I'm so scared.
Oh my god, you should.
Oh, I can do it in Cyberpunk, and I know my computer can handle it, but I don't
You
know.
should. You should. Trust me on this one. You should check it out.
Okay, I will. I will.
It's amazing.
Very shiny.
Yeah.
It's very shiny. What was I saying?
Sorry.
Right. So for me nowadays, pretty isn't so much about poly counts and lighting and quality textures and all that kind of thing. It's really more an aesthetic kind of thing.
Mm, the art
So-
style.
Yeah.
Kinda.
So like I've been playing
Yeah.
a lot of Paleo Pines lately, and there's a lot of people who are like, "Oh, I don't really know about that game. It doesn't look that good." And I'm like,
Oh, but it does.
"Actually, it's kind of pretty if you, because from an aesthetic standpoint, everything is unified. Everything is fluffy and huggable,
Yeah. Yep.
from
Yeah.
the dinosaurs down to the trees.
And the
And
colors are
especially-
aesthetically pleasing.
The
Extremely.
colors are aesthetically pleasing, and when you get to the fall, especially, and the leaves turn orange and red and yellow and everything, that's when it starts looking really, really, really good. So, for me nowadays, because of where technology's gotten with games,
Yeah.
I'm really more judgmental about like the art of a game more than the superficial poly counts and ray tracing technology and all that.
Well, yeah. Even if you look to a game like Zelda, like it's not the most mind-blowing textures, anything. It's just the art style that makes the game so good looking. It makes it
Mhm.
pop more. Like all the effects are not the best effects you've ever seen, but they work with the aesthetic that they are going for.
Oh, and they're so good at sounds too in that game.
Yeah. Sound effects and generally sound engineering are so
Music.
important for experience.
Yeah, yep, yep. They really
sure.
are. No, it's
And
even like,
any-
sorry, talking about like sounds and music and audio in games. Watching that Fallout trailer yesterday for the first time, hearing some like old classic like jazzy little music turn on while they're showing the like, oh my god, why am I blanking on what their little like suits are called? Shit, whatever their suits are called. It was like as he's like
the-
putting on his helmet.
The blue things, the blue suit.
It played music and I was like, oh my god, I must play Fallout like right now. Oh, sounds
just
are
brought
like
you back
important.
into the world.
Yeah, it did. They're very magical.
Sound is really what separates the prototype from the game.
Yeah.
I remember in my early days of game development, like I was working on a demo and there was no sound, there was no music, and it was, okay to play. And then PAX East was coming up, so it was like, we better get some sound and some music in here. We did that, and all of a sudden, we didn't change anything else,
Yeah.
but all of a sudden, it came to life. And I
Just
was like,
gives you that extra layer of,
it does. And I'm like,
Immersion.
immersion.
Yep.
Yeah.
this was not covered in my game development education. Like the importance of sound was not covered, and I'm like, this is one of these things that I guess can't be taught. You just have to do it.
It's a feeling,
Oh,
I would
Yeah,
imagine.
exactly.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's
How you
just
feel
really a
things. Do you
vibe.
feel it or not? Like, can you, like, well, obviously, sound has their own, its own science around it. Like, you can warn and warn, but if you don't feel it, you can't really do it properly. So,
God, I wonder what that's
even,
like science is behind that, because like cutting hair, there's a science to like what would look good on somebody, or how it might make them feel based on their like face shape and hair texture and all this stuff. And like I wonder what applies to sound, because there's got to be some sort of science that
oh,
specifically applies to how certain things make you feel and what it's going to
yeah.
do to a
Oh,
human.
big time. I mean, just consider a sound like fingernails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
See, I say that, and you immediately get a visceral response.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
even make the noise, but
No.
you're immediately like, eh.
Yeah, no, I can hear it.
Yeah.
Your brain connects to that sound in
Yep.
your memories.
Yep.
you can
Versus-
feel it.
Versus if I say hot tub bubbles,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
then you
Yep.
go, ah, yeah.
Yeah, like
That's
it's so
the good stuff.
relaxing. Oh.
There's one game that stands out in my mind when I think about sound, and that's Mass Effect 2.
That game
'Cause
was
I
ahead of its
remember-
time when it came out too.
Holy crap, was that game ahead of its time. I remember playing the first level of that game. There's enemies with rocket launchers right off the bat, and they fired a rocket near me, and then immediately the sound cut out and then faded back in with a little bit of tinnitus, and then the sound was back. And I had to pause the game and go, hold up, why has nobody ever done this before? Like, I immediately noticed that attention to detail where sound could actually deafen you.
God.
Yeah, it's like
And
a
To this
like a
day,
bomb.
I don't think that's been replicated. But it stood out to me and just blew my mind, and I was only 5 minutes into the game at that point. I knew from that moment this was going to be one of my favorite games ever.
I
High
was
five.
already immersed into this whole universe just because of those little details that they present to you. It's actually, that's what it is about. That's what I feel like makes a good game a great game. Like just those little details that you find, like with sound, with visuals, with like little, I guess, Easter eggs, like little things that you can do. Even when I actually for Half-Life's first Half-Life 1's anniversary, they put out a whole documentary which I watched like
Yep.
1 hour probably.
That was a great
And
documentary.
That was probably the first game that actually had like environmental storytelling in FPS games and stuff like that. And
Yep.
just listening to them explain how they were thinking of creating that, like the sound, the whole soundtrack, every single effect, like sound effect, it was created by the same person,
Yep.
one guy only.
Hi,
And he was like,
Magna.
I've
How
never
are
created
you?
His
this.
life.
Yeah.
How's your Sunday going,
He was
dude?
like,
It's
I've never
nice to
done
see
soundtrack
you.
before, and he won an award for it.
We got high
Yeah.
five
So-
LOL with us
And
today.
Valve is still using
we're hanging
his
out in
music as
GTA
their theme song to this
5.
day.
Yeah.
We have been so
Like,
off topic
the man
today,
has
but
a
we've
beard.
had some really, really great
Oh,
conversations.
that's
so
what
welcome
it is about.
in.
You may not have the qualification of like diplomas and shit, but as long as you feel it, you can still make what you.
If you have it in your heart, you can make
Yeah.
it happen.
Exactly.
As long as you're not a sociopath.
You can probably still make it happen, but probably not a good idea.
Do you want to? Is the question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna steer us into our third topic, if that's okay with you guys.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
I love all these conversations. I really, really do. This is so much great content and conversations. Okay, so our third topic that you picked for us. How have games left an impact on you, or how do they influence what you do today?
Okay. So for this one, I feel like I'll go in another route. I want to say that games as a whole, they are like they're artistic type media that has inspired me as a creator in whatever I tend to do. be that video content, music, even now with streaming, obviously, that's the closest you get to games inspiring your content. But even when I used to do music, I actually won a contest because of Cyberpunk, pretty much, when I first played the game in 2020. I was still on my music journey, I guess, and there was this contest which was about sci-fi music, and I was like, well, Cyberpunk is a type of sci-fi, so why not let me just create this one character, put it in a cyberpunkish world, obviously not the game, but like a similar aesthetic in my mind anyway. And I created this assassin, samurai looking killer type character that would just go on and do jobs for people, but nobody knows who he is. He's just like his own thing, you know, like a cool badass type dude. And I created a whole song about it, and we actually won that contest. Me and this one chick that helped me, you know, finalize this whole experience as a song. And that's just an example, I guess, of how gaming inspires you, because I wouldn't even know about Cyberpunk if it wasn't for the game,
Yeah.
because it was like a tabletop game, I believe, before that, and I would have never ever heard of it if it wasn't for this one game that has been created.
Yeah, and that's
So,
what your whole like stream is kind of designed around, is cyberpunk, isn't it? Like
yeah.
all your overlays and all of your branding now that you have.
Yeah, I feel like that kind of stuck with me, because when I was creating my current studio and configurations, I was like, okay, what do I do as an aesthetic? I don't want it to be just super bland. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have some cyberpunk characters. I literally have Keanu Reeves' character in my PC, like a Funko Pop thingy, and just like a lot of RGB and like bright colors, you know, like and what I like about the genre itself as cyberpunk, like Blade Runner, so on other projects that are in that type of dystopian future, I like a lot that it's very bright, it's very out there, beautiful, but the moment you actually get into it a little bit, you see how dark and actually, I guess, sad the whole idea of it is.
That's
And
what
it has a lot of layers to it.
it does. It really, really does. I've been watching Edge Runners on Netflix,
Ooh,
and like I didn't realize how much I was gonna love this world, but I love that nothing's really glamorous. Like nothing's
yeah,
overdone, but yet like everything's such like cool aesthetics, and like there's some really cool hair and really cool outfits, but nothing is just over the top glamorous or anything like that, because it is such a dystopian world, and like
yeah,
everything is just shit. But all the bright
pretty much,
colors
yeah.
and all the like, I don't know, there's just so many really cool elements and, like you said, layers to it that make it this
Yeah.
amazing experience.
Like,
Hard
even
to
if you just
do
like, if you
poo.
watch a few scenes from the anime,
Hope you done
you'll
a
see
poo
like,
today.
you'll be like,
Oh
wow,
my
that
gosh.
looks so cool.
Hi,
But when
good
you watch a few
morning.
episodes,
Welcome
you
in.
understand how disconnected those
Is poo your
bright
whole
colors
thing?
are to the actual reality of this
How's your
world.
Sunday going?
In a
Hard to
way,
do poo.
by how hard people have it, like their stories and so on and so on.
That name
I
makes
don't
me
want to
laugh. I
spoil
love
anybody
it.
anything, but it's a
I know,
pretty
don't
good
spoil it
10
for me.
episode anime. Yeah, I won't. Where did you get to, by the way? Well, which episode you at?
I'm on episode, I think I just finished episode 5 last night.
Okay.
And I was like so blown away by what happened. And I'm like so in
Don't
love with
really,
Lucy and David.
yeah, I don't really remember which episode what happened in it, but
There's a
yeah,
lot.
we love Lucy and David for sure.
They're really cool characters. I had a friend tell me to watch the series before I kept playing Cyberpunk so that I could understand that world a little bit more. And I'm so glad that I started watching that series because it's so freaking good.
Yeah, you know, when you finish the series, every time you play, you'll be like, oh, that's from the series. Oh, that's in the series, you know?
I hear that there's
It's
Easter eggs on both sides, so in the game and also in the series. So I
Oh,
can't
yeah,
wait.
yeah. It's
Probably
very,
especially in Phantom Liberty, though.
Oh, and Phantom
yeah,
Liberty, which is the new DLC that just came out
Yeah.
in September? Question mark.
Yeah.
Pretty recently.
I'll
yeah.
make a bold claim and just say that that was the best DLC I've ever played.
I've been hearing that.
I'll leave it there.
They fixed the game with that DLC, as far as I've heard.
That's
Yeah. And the story they introduced was such a unique experience. It probably could have been its own game, and nobody would have be complaining about it.
That's really cool. I guess that they're having a quality of life update on the 5th or the 6th or
Yeah.
something soon. And like I've never heard of a game like Cyberpunk having quality of life updates, but the people spend a lot of hours in that game.
Oh, it probably helps that the game was a disaster at launch. So they had to like get their whole company's image back to where it was before that. So they put a lot of work, and it was worth it, I would say. Right
Yeah.
now, the game is probably one of the best nowadays experiences, like up to date, that you can play through.
No, it sounds like the
And-
community around it is super happy about the DLC that came out.
for sure. I probably have like 150 hours or something into it.
Dang.
And I'll probably get it to 200 at some point, but we'll see. But there's a lot to do. Like at start, it wasn't like that. Like you could play for 25, 30 hours and it will all be done. And every update, they sort of started adding more content and more and more. And yeah, here we are. 3 years later. It only took them 3 years. But
It's not so bad.
yeah, could be worse.
It could be
honestly, like,
worse. Yep.
there are
Yeah.
games like Anthem, like
Oh my god,
Redfall.
Anthem. Ugh.
Yeah.
There's 4 games that will never live up to either
Yeah.
player expectations or the developer expectations.
Yeah,
honestly.
what was the Tom Clancy MMO that came out?
The Division?
Yes, that game. Oh my god. I have a fun little story. I was so excited to play that game. It was me, my husband, and one of our really good friends. We had a LAN party, and we're like, we're gonna play this like all night. And I think, we played like 20 something hours and had nothing to do. I was like,
God.
what the fuck? Like, there's not a ton of like content, and I think that they have added updates and stuff to that game since, and there's more to do. But like, we played through like the story and the missions, and then like,
Yeah.
I
don't
know
know.
the Division 2 is on its way out.
ooh, because the Division wasn't bad. It was a pretty game. It was a unique experience for an MMO, I think. And
Apparently, you had to stand in line to get to the item shop, though, because the shop could only handle 1 player at a time.
Wow.
oh my
So,
god, I don't remember that.
So players had to start lining up.
That's
when
quite
they were
interesting.
actually shopping. Like, this is not how video games are supposed to work.
No,
Oh.
no.
Even if you look at RuneScape from like 30 years ago, it had it figured out better, I guess. So.
Yep.
uh,
All our conversations come back to RuneScape.
yeah, true. Like I've never
Every
been
single
that
week.
much of a player, but
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of people's journeys on a PC started with a web-based game like RuneScape. So
Mm-hmm.
for sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
your PC didn't have to have anything magical or crazy to run it. And
Yeah, you could practically run it on a Hot Wheels PC
Hot
Yeah,
Wheels.
pretty much, yeah.
just fine. Do you remember the Hot Wheels PC?
No, what the fuck is that?
Oh my god, it was some really like low quality e-machines kind of thing, but it was blue with
Wow.
some flame decals on it. So, you
Oh
know,
my
the flame
God.
decals obviously made it run faster.
Of course.
They
Yeah.
had FPS on top.
Yeah. So it had like Hot Wheels branding on it. There was barely anything inside it. I think it ran Windows ME.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my.
And then there was a counterpart Barbie PC to go along with it. It was the same exact thing, but for girls.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I want to
Yeah.
clip all this right now and then post pictures of that because I have never heard of those and those sound
Oh my-
very epic
Oh
and
my god,
incredible.
do it.
You're gonna see all of it in its whole glory.
Where are
So,
my
you know.
post-it notes? Barbie and Hot Wheels. Those, yeah, that's crazy. I never saw that.
We need an Oppenheimer one now.
Oh my
Yeah.
That's what
god.
would go with
An
it.
Oppenheimer PC.
A
Don't let it
Barbie and
overheat.
Oppenheimer. Oh my
That just
god.
blows when you run something.
It just blows.
Could you imagine it look like it had like a reactor or something in it?
Damn.
That'd be really cool.
I'm sure there's somebody's got a gaming PC that runs on plutonium.
At this
do
point, I
exist.
won't even be surprised, honestly.
No, I wouldn't either.
I've seen it all.
Oh my god. As we were like talking about these things, I had to sit here and Google Fallout 76 to see when it came out. And it was 2018. So, what, 5 years ago?
5
Yeah.
years ago. I don't think about that.
And like it was so bad at launch. Like
Yeah. it
kind of like
was.
Cyberpunk, like people were so disappointed, and like you could sometimes multiplayer or you couldn't, and then things would like magically appear in front of you and you'd get killed, or things would just disappear. And like it took them more than 3 years to fix that shit.
Yeah, and a lot of content wasn't there. There wasn't much to do, really.
No.
I feel like with games, you can fix games that have good foundation
Yeah.
in beneath them, you know, like Cyberpunk always had that good story to it. So even if, and like the aesthetic and the world was always like good, it just was a lot of bugs, missing content, and when they took their time to fix up some of those bugs, to add that missing content, to polish some of the already existing things, it actually started feeling like what they probably the devs
Diablo
always
is
wanted
doing a
for
contest
it
for
to be.
PC.
Just
that blood is
from
used.
what I've seen,
What?
they were
Nima,
just
are you
limited on time,
serious?
and at the end of the day, the executives just decided to push it out the way it is at the moment. And
And like companies are
It
getting better
wasn't
with
ready.
those deadlines. Like they're not
yeah,
stating them as quickly as they used to, and they're being more transparent about things. And also,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, something just came through my chat and I am really, really blown away. Nimasu, who raids with me, she said, or they said, I mean, Diablo is doing a contest for a PC that blood is used in the coolant. Like, what the fuck?
hey
I'm
yo,
sorry.
That's badass. I mean,
My PC runs on blood.
probably gonna rust some components in time, but
Oh my
it's
God.
badass.
I put blood, sweat, and
Nima,
tears
please
into
send me a
building
link.
this
I would
PC.
love to see that.
Literally.
I'm going to receive a link from Nima. I cannot wait. I need to see this.
Diablo
Okay.
4, Blizzard's been doing some really interesting stuff with that. Like, the reaction to the game has been mixed, as far as
Mixed,
I've been
yeah.
able to tell.
Yeah, yeah. But it's like one extreme or the other. Like you have these hardcore people that are like, I am a Diablo player, I am gonna play this game and it is fucking amazing, and then you have people that are just
Yeah.
like pissed off about the content.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then at the same time, like, they don't have very high demands for their partner program, and they're doing all kinds of cool events and contests and stuff to go along with it, and they're treating their community very well,
Which goes a
with it.
long fucking
which
way.
goes a long freaking way.
If you want to talk about
and
luck and
Yeah.
like using your own ability to grow something, like that right there is huge.
like, you could tell that in the long run, Diablo 4 is going to be just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even if the launch content in first season has been a little bit mixed, by the time they hit season 3, it's going to be basically everybody's favorite game.
I feel like Blizzard came back to the right path at some point. If there is a right, like
Oh
obviously
my
it's
god,
very
Nima,
nuanced.
that is
but
insane.
they had a rough patch of years, and I feel like they
Yeah.
are coming back to what they want to be.
Yeah,
Slowly.
and I think we might have Phil Spencer to thank for some of that, though.
We
Even
may.
before the deal
I
with
don't know.
Microsoft was finalized.
Oh my God.
So
I'm
so
sorry.
for those who don't know, Phil Spencer is the head of Xbox at
Donate
Microsoft.
to the Blood
And
Harvest.
he
Nima,
has been
what
a very
is
positive
this?
force for gaming ever since he took
That is
over Xbox from
insane.
Don Matrick.
I mean, you said blood is
he is
used,
very
so same thing. Blood
developer-focused,
is
he's very
infused. That is
player-focused.
fucking wild.
He like
Fight the
basically makes
forces
sure
of the
that
burning
resources
hells
get
and
allocated
earn
where they
sanguine
need to go in
stylings
order
by
for
contributing
gamers
to
always
real
get the
life
best
blood
experience,
harvest.
when they
That is
can, where they can.
crazy.
You know, there's
Ugh,
been
that
a
weirds
few
me
exceptions
out.
like Redfall, but
Yeah.
for the most part, he has done just an incredible job of
Oh my god, I can't wait to read this to them.
bolstering the community,
I feel like
And
he's. I'm
keeping
sorry.
everybody on the right track.
Yeah. What I wanted to add real quick is he's like that sort of link between the corporate side of Xbox and the players themselves, in a way,
Mm-hmm.
themselves.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm losing my shit over here because this article that Nima sent me. Donate to the Blood Harvest. Earn in-game rewards. Fight the forces of the Burning Hells and earn sanguine stylings by contributing to the real-life Blood Harvest from October 20th and November 20th. Like, what the fuck? Blood Harvest?
Wait, so are they actually like taking blood donations for this PC? Or-
Yeah, so it's gonna be like a blood-infused PC.
Bruh.
Like, what the fuck?
I would figure they'd use like pig's blood or
Oh
something.
my god,
not
when
human
you
blood.
think that is insane. I'm sorry, I'm losing my shit over here. I will send this link to you guys whenever we are done because I don't want to black screen myself, but
I mean,
holy shit.
I would figure what they'd be doing is like a blood, a normal blood drive, which is always a very good endeavor.
Yeah,
And then, like the winner gets a pig's blood infused cooled PC.
right. Oh, but
Not
PETA would
inhuman.
fucking roll them. Oh my god. Could you
That's
imagine?
low-key insane. The whole thing.
Like, I guess they probably get away with this because like people are willingly doing this and they're not
Yeah.
taking it from anybody
Right.
or any animal at that point, But
Right.
still, this is fucking wild. I don't know how this isn't
Wacky.
everywhere because it just sounds crazy.
I'm
Okay.
getting a bottle of holy water with me. I get near this, near it.
Oh my god, with your
That
PC.
computer is just.
I think it is a
yikes.
normal blood drive.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I have no
Oh
words.
my
I don't know
God.
whether I should be shocked or offended or
Yeah, or outraged. Like,
enthusiastic.
yeah, I'm like, it's really cool on one hand, but then on the other hand, it seems really gross and crazy. And then also, like, Nima said, I think it's a normal blood drive. Like, isn't there like a blood shortage? I wonder if they only take certain kinds for it or something like that, because I feel like that could be very bad and look really bad.
Oh,
And then-
there's probably backlash about it, I'm sure.
There has to
somewhere.
be. Oh my god, that is crazy. I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole later today.
Yeah.
We have a new
This
hobby.
requires some investigation.
It does. It definitely does. We do have a new topic.
That's quite the topic. I'm actually like, I don't know how to feel about it, as you
Yeah.
said. I have no idea. Like, wow. Well-
That's something we could add to the topics list. Is like, what's like a modern controversy in games that you've been thinking about lately, or want to get an opinion off your chest or something.
Yeah. Oh my god, that could be a hot one. A hot take.
That could be a very, very hot. What's one hot take about
Gaming hot takes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. No, because there's so many out there. I feel like, not that I can sit here and name a bunch off my head, but I've definitely like, I try to stay away from those conversations because I don't.
I
Oh.
can name one off the top of my head, probably like a few.
Well, I just like I scroll through and I see them. I'm like, I want to comment. Nope. I'm not even gonna jump into that.
No, not touching that.
It's dangerous. Oh my god. Especially as a
very
content
dangerous.
creator.
People
Yeah.
are so opinionated.
Oh my God, yeah. And
if you
judgmental.
don't- And judgmental. And if you don't match the right opinion, you're canceled.
Yep. Very, very quickly.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's too like black and white nowadays, and people don't see the other side as much as
Yep.
they should give a go, like give it a go, just
Yeah.
to see what the other person means when they say what they say.
Yeah, no, they don't
But-
want to see the other side. They want to just be
Yeah.
right in their own mind, and that's it. Not everybody,
Yeah.
clearly, but it happens.
That's what it
happens
is
for
about,
way
just
too
being right. Just like,
Yep. Oh my god. Jesus, that's hilarious. All right. So, should we round ourselves into our last topic?
I think so.
Okay,
I
it's your
can-
turn, Danny.
Yep, it is my turn. All right. So our last topic for today is multiplayer experiences. So, Fives, we're interested in hearing some stories about multiplayer gaming
I got
experiences.
Nima.
you've
Thank you so
had,
much for sending me that.
And also how
That is gonna be some
gaming
golden
can
content.
be
Like,
a
holy shit.
social activity,
That
or
is
how you view
mind-blowing.
it as a social activity. I mean, we've definitely touched on this with the internet
Yeah.
cafes and such, but we can
We had
loop
bits
back to
and
that
bits.
a little bit.
we had some bits that we discussed about the cafes and like just playing online as a whole. how you
Yeah.
meet. I guess you meet a lot of people all over the world that you wouldn't meet without gaming. It's like
It's so cool that we meet people
the
from all over the
internet
world.
itself has that as
High fives
a
from
quality
Bulgaria, and
of
it's
it.
just crazy.
But obviously in gaming you get more connected
I know
because
people
it's
that
your
are in
hobby that
Africa
you do
and
with those
Australia,
people,
and
and you
like
get
I would never meet
closer
those people
because you
not
have
doing what I
similar
do.
interests in what you love and do.
Nima, you're awesome. I
So
appreciate you.
just like from Kick itself, I've met so many people that game and play
Also,
games
I'm
together
sorry if I
with
called
me,
you by
and
the wrong
it's
pronoun.
what
I think I get
connects us
confused with
really.
Final
It's
Fantasy.
what we play, what we enjoy
So that's
doing.
why I corrected myself
So
today.
that's a way they actually enhance your life in a sense, games themselves. And also another way that we talked about the cafes, we talk about just multiplayer games as a whole. Me and some friends, recently we haven't done it, but a few years ago we would just get everybody's PCs, and when you have a free time and like space to do it, just get like 3-4 PCs at the same place and just all wire it up and just play on one experience, like just play CS or even
Yell at me if I ever
Gumbo.
call you
We
the
used
wrong
to
thing,
do that
Nima,
as well.
please.
Or just just play some games together, like 2v2 CS, just playing against other people online or whatever. It's way different because you have your friends at your home, for example. You've bought some food, you bought some drinks, you got everything prepared, and it's like an event for you. Even though it's not that deep, it's not like that special, but it
Oh,
feels
LAN parties
special.
are special. LAN parties are amazing.
Yeah, they feel special, definitely.
It's a very different
So
way to have a multiplayer experience, you know. Getting to actually, like being in those cafes, again, a very different layer of an experience because it's people you don't know, and then you get to bring together people maybe into your own home and have a bunch of people hanging out in your living room playing. God, we
yeah,
used to play
yeah.
WoW in my friend's living room. We had like
Oh
one,
yes,
two,
yes.
3, 4. I think there was 5 or 6 of us all hooked up in his living room playing WoW. And like that's such a different experience because World of Warcraft is a multiplayer game, and you
Yeah,
play online with a ton of people, but to actually sit together and game together, it's another layer, and it's an incredible experience
WoW
and
actually
rare.
works so much for such thing.
It does. It really, really does.
We
I
used to like,
remember.
sorry.
Uh, um, so I remember back in high school.
I
we
miss
would
LAN
go
party.
over to
Man, I do
my
too.
friend's
It's been
place
a
and
long
do like overnight
time.
LAN parties.
I haven't had a LAN party
In
since I
PC
was in hair
Halo,
school,
actually.
and I've been doing hair for
And
15 years.
he had something like 5 PCs.
I mean, me and my
spread out
husband
in
game
5
together,
different rooms
which
all
I
over
guess you
the
can consider a
house.
two-person
So
LAN party, but
we
it's not.
weren't right next to
Started
each
playing
other,
WoW
but
again.
we'd be sort of
Nima.
shouting taunts at each other
What
down
server
the
are you on?
hall
Are you playing
through the
classic or are
walls
you
and
playing
whatnot, and it was
like WoW
just
WoW now?
hilarious.
I really
Like,
want to play the
It was like
you
season of
open all the doors
Discovery,
and
and I
yell.
also want to play
Yep.
hardcore, but I just haven't been able to get like friends together to
like
do it
stomping on
yet.
the floor, and
But
then they're like, "I killed you."
what server are you on?
Going
Oh.
back to WoW, we used to do those like back in Wrath of the Lich King. We used to play like, obviously, I don't condone such behavior, but we used to play on private servers because WoW Classic wasn't a thing back then, and I
No.
wanted to just play the old versions. I didn't feel like just playing retail, so we would play like Wrath in such servers, and we would just get together and play arenas like PvP, like 2v2s, 3v3s in one room, and it's such a different experience to what you would normally do. So,
Oh my god, A Basin back in the day was so much fun.
and if somebody pisses you off, you can just turn off their PC,
Just
Fuck
unplug
you.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Well, and like you still play a ton of multiplayer games. Like you play CS
Yeah.
and oh my god. But you play a lot of FPS games, which I think are very, very different as far as a multiplayer experience goes versus like your World of Warcraft.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you
Um,
prefer one or the other?
I feel like those those games
Right
have their
now,
time
I'm
and
on
place, like all of them for
Alexstrasza.
different reasons.
Okay, I don't know what server
And
I'm
for CS, I
on,
feel like it's
but I
you're
am
trying to
on
compete. It's that
Classic WoW,
competitive
not
spirit in a way that you're trying to
WoW
win
now,
and get
whatever you want
better.
to call
And,
it.
you know,
I don't know what they call it now.
and when you get like-minded people that you compete with, sometimes sometimes
I don't
things
like
don't
everything
work
that they
out.
have at the moment.
The vibes go bad, and
So
I don't
Classic is
really
more
like
my
that.
speed.
But I like the whole idea of competitive gaming as a whole. Even though I'm not that good, it's just the vibe
I mean,
that it gets. Like
yeah.
that you are actually
Yo,
giving your
I
all
used
in
to
a
love
way to
playing
just get
like Capture
better
the
and
Flag
compete with
as
other
a
people.
druid. It
And
was so much fun. I would just go
it's sort
hang
of
out.
fun to me. I don't know, as long as
With
you don't
flag.
overdo it, because then it can get kind of you know
Salty.
can get dodgy. Yeah, salty as well. Yeah, for sure. But I've always thought like the people I play with, like if we have some disagreements in an online competitive game, those disagreements stay there. Like we don't,
Yeah, no,
it
because
is
they're
what
gonna
it is. It
happen.
happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, yep. No, it should especially in FPS games. I feel like it's so easy to get upset with people. But it's about how you handle it later, and if you're still friends
Yeah.
later, off the game.
Yeah, and for WoW, for example, when we played on stream, like Wasmon
I have a
with him,
classic character. I don't play
um,
though, because I have no
it
friends.
was more about like just
Nima.
chatting with people in chat and
Nima, I
like
would
people
still be
in
down to play
Discord
with
and
you.
just leveling up, and like the game itself is kind of like you don't
Which I know
put
I'm just
your
one
full
person, but
attention
still,
into it. You
it would
just
be fun.
vibe kind of way. What I did anyway. And that's why I died on hardcore, but that's not the point.
Wait, what level did
Well-
you make it to in hardcore?
I'm sorry.
You okay?
Yeah, I survived. I'm not sure actually. I think like 16 or 18, one of the two. But it was such a dumb way to die. It was literally, I had my droid, tower and droid, and there was obviously it has its quest where you gotta do a certain thing to unlock abilities and stuff. So I climbed on top of this mountain, and I don't remember it because I've played the droid like 10 years ago probably, and I went on top of the mountain. I cleared the whole like all the mobs, and I was like, okay, I'll just take
Dude,
that
totally. It totally
that
does make it less
sample
grindy.
of water or
And it's
whatever
also a little
it
bit
was.
more fun too.
And I'll just move on with my day. And I was like, do I heal
your
before
brain,
that?
it
Now, like,
works
what's the
different.
point? I took the sample and it spawned like 4 or 5 more mobs, and I was half HP, no mana, and it was game over
Oh
pretty much.
no.
I didn't know it spawns NPCs when you do it. I didn't know that was a thing. But
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
I feel like you should
Was-
make a clip out of that and like dumb ways to die.
dumb ways.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yup.
So many dumb ways to die.
Oh, it was. I think I have the clip somewhere still. So
Oh my god. You
I
could
may
totally
as
turn that
well.
into some gold.
yeah.
No pun intended at all, actually.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be making any gold in game, so may as
No.
well out of it.
Yep, you might as well. I feel like that's like one of the things about being a content creator is you got to be able to laugh at yourself. So you got to be able to take those stupid moments and show
Well,
them to
they are
people and
obviously-
showcase them.
Yeah, they're obviously frustrating, but at the same time, like, you gotta take a step back and be like, oh, it is what it is,
Yep.
it's funny.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So-
Like, God, I have a spider clip, and then I have a lot of really stupid moments where I just miss jumping in freaking Fallen Order because I suck at jumping, and
I
it
was about
makes
to
me
say,
look
was
like
it
I'm
in
bad.
Fallen Order?
Yep, it was in Fallen Order. Yep. And I have really shitty depth perception, so, yep.
Oh, you get used to it with time.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
It becomes a feeling once you've played enough, but oh my god, when I first started
Yeah.
playing that game, I kept missing things and falling into pits, and like, I was like, oh my god. I don't know how to game.
Does
Well,
anybody
you-
really know how to game? No.
Exactly.
No,
I mean,
that's true.
like,
Yeah.
you know, some games are super easy to control, and then there's GTA.
Oh my god. At least, you know, I did punch you in the face when we first got into the hot tub, but I didn't try to like sit
Yeah.
on you.
Oh, that was.
Unlike Palia, where
Oh my God.
everybody's sitting on top of everybody.
Oh
in
my
Palia.
god. Whenever
That's
we
why
first.
he has a blue eye.
Yep.
If you're
Yep.
wondering. That's why he has glasses on.
Yep. He's got glasses on. He's the only one. Oh no, you both have sunglasses on. I got real
Yeah,
glasses
we do,
on.
we do.
Oh man, when we did our first Palia stream, I was like trying to sit next to him, but with Palia, you almost have to like aim your butt at the person that's already sitting down, and so as your character starts to sit, it kind of like scoots over. But I was like, oh my god, don't sit on him, don't sit on him, don't sit on him.
So the nice thing about GTA though is there's actual sitting spots.
Yeah.
It does. It sits you right in a
instead of having
spot.
to do like a sitting emote.
Oh my god, that's true. This
And
has
there's
been really
far
nice
more
here.
breathing space in this hot tub than
Yeah.
in Italia.
You can
Yep.
do one in WoW.
Oh my
Is
god.
there-
Just in a lake or something.
Oh my god, I thought about that with Final Fantasy because there's a lot of like hot springs in Final Fantasy, or I could decorate like my house with a hot spring. But what sucks about WoW and Final Fantasy is there are free trials, but you'd have to have somebody who is either already signed up for those
Yeah.
or is willing to do like a 7-day free trial just to come hang out with us.
Right, and then after there's a subscription cost and
Yeah, like, hey, please make
Yeah.
sure once you end this podcast today that you go unsubscribe to the game so you don't collect any more fees.
or your credit card's gonna get dinged and
Yep, and then you're gonna
we
come
can't
after
cover
us.
that. Yeah. No. Oh man, now it's raining here too.
Oh.
Like, talk about perfect hot tub vibes.
Yeah, I love the
My hands are
sounds.
cold.
But see,
Oh.
like if this were real life, you'd just be like, and I'm gonna duck under for a second. Hold on.
Or get
Just
out
got
because
my
of the
head on
lightning.
top.
Or get out because of the lightning, and then we just like run inside the yacht and get a cup of coffee. You know?
Yep.
Or just die. Oh,
All right. We are approaching our 2-hour mark. So,
Oh my God.
I can't believe
Damn.
that. And I'm actually really proud of us that we got all these topics in because when we first started, I was like, oh, fuck. We're not going to get any of these topics.
We were a bit all over the place, but we got to talk about them at the end
You
of
know,
the day.
honestly, that's how it goes. Because if I'm gonna edit this down to, you know, a 80 to 90-minute podcast, I need a whole lot more to work with
Than 4 things.
Yeah.
than yeah.
Yep. No, it like,
That's how it should be, honestly. Like, just having a conversation and go with it. Like, no matter where it leads, it's just how it works.
yep. And that's exactly what we want. Like, our topics kind of give us a guide so that, like, if we don't have things to talk about,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have even been mad if we didn't get through all these because our tangents, man, I loved our tangents.
This podcast is all about the tangents. I mean, we establish it as a conversational podcast.
Yep.
So, you know, I think, you know, everybody listening to it comes in with the understanding that it's gonna be a little more of a natural conversation than an interview.
Shiro,
Yeah.
oh my god, Shiro would be so pretty. That's where
That's the
my
type of,
personal house is,
podcast
Nima.
I really like, where it doesn't feel like awkward
Those
or
hot springs are
official
so
or
pretty.
anything. It's just a
God,
conversation,
and the
like just having
sunsets
some
in Shiro,
friends talk
Nima,
about
ugh.
stuff that they enjoy and like vibe
Exactly.
about. That's
Yeah.
that's the type of vibe I like about
It's-
podcasts.
And it's all
Yeah,
about the
we-
vibes.
Exactly. And we just want to keep it casual and hot tubby. That's
Yes,
that's
sir.
the point.
As long as there are no whitenings.
We don't get electrocuted.
Honestly, no, the weather effects are just weather effects. They don't actually do anything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe in GTA 6, eh?
Okay,
Who
didn't kick
knows?
me out.
But
We'll find out
probably
soon
pretty
enough.
soon in here. Oh my God, we should try to schedule another GTA podcast for later on in the month because it'll start snowing.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Oh my God, snow hot tub.
I'm being
That's the
sneaky
best.
right now and taking photos.
Do it. I mean, I was gonna say we can open up the like as we're about to log off. Let's make sure that I open up the camera and we'll take a selfie.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is there actually selfie in this?
Yeah, there's actually a selfie camera in this
Okay.
one.
Okay.
You can do faces and everything.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's very in depth, to be fair, for what it is.
Oh, that's super cool. All right. So, shall we I guess our last thing. So I took 2 photos. If we want to do something with selfie before we leave, I would love to do that. But high five. Do you have any suggestions for us since you've been here hanging out with us and experienced our podcast?
Ooh, okay. I can't really think of anything on top off the top of my head that that can improve right now, considering it's obviously in game, so there are limitations to it, but that's part of it. So I feel like it was a very good, enjoyable experience. I like how you guys handle things, how it feels professional in a way.
Oh,
But
thank you.
Thank you.
I guess you said that you manually put everything out on Spotify and so on and so on, right?
We do.
I could probably help you guys out with a distribution company that's pretty cheap and just puts out your things to every platform, but
Well,
like
the thing
with
is,
a few
we're
clicks and stuff.
so so the funny thing is that we can manually upload to one place, and then that hits an RSS feed, which then puts it out to every other place. So
Okay.
so we already have accounts at every other place. So once we upload, I think, to Spotify,
Yeah.
it automatically bounces everywhere else, and then there's only 1 or 2 other places, literally, that we have to manually
Okay.
upload to. So the uploading is actually not a problem at all.
Okay, that sounds
Kind of
better than I was originally thinking. Okay,
Yeah,
that
it's
sounds
it's
good.
actually kind of beautiful. I wish everything was distributed that way. But, podcasts, you're looking at like what, a 20 megabyte file in the end, just a 20 megabyte MP3 versus, say, a video game at a gigabyte. So
Yeah.
it makes sense.
No, and I was like really surprised. We had to do like a little bit of research because it didn't sound like English. Whatever we were looking at, we're like, wait, does this actually post to everything? And what Friday we found out that it did. It was only SoundCloud we had to upload to, so Spotify and SoundCloud, and then everywhere else was just like automatic. It was kind of crazy.
And interestingly, SoundCloud is like our most popular platform, but is also the only one that's going to cost us money.
Yep.
Does it cost money to upload podcasts to
So SoundCloud, yeah, you only get so much space to
you
upload,
get
and we
about-
hit it last
Yeah.
week.
You get
Oh,
3
okay.
hours worth of time
Yeah.
is
Okay.
how they do it. So I'm
So-
almost wondering if we like go and delete the first episode, and then we upload
Oh.
episode 3, and then next week we'll delete episode 2 and upload
I feel like that's so sad though.
a little bit, but
You're leaving no history
Yeah.
behind you.
Yep.
I
I
never
don't-
had those issues really because like, music it's like 3 minutes long, 4 minutes long.
Oh
Never
yeah.
had to pass the limit on SoundCloud, but I see why that would be a problem with the podcast. So
Yeah,
yeah,
for
kind
you,
of sucks.
it'd be like 4 or 5 albums, and then
Yeah.
you're capped. For us, it's 2 weeks.
How
It's
how
2
much is
episodes.
the payment for like a month? I think it was a monthly thing, right?
Yeah, it's only 8 something, like 8.95 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not
But-
terrible, but we just get to sell some merch
Yeah.
in
Yep.
the meantime until we can start pulling in the ad revenue.
Which, by
the
the
thing
way,
is though,
go ahead. The
I'm
thing
sorry.
is,
with SoundCloud, you don't really get anything of it, do you? Like there are no
you can't
rates
monetize
for
it.
getting paid. Do you?
I don't know. I
Can you?
haven't looked into whether or not we could monetize SoundCloud. I know we can monetize Spotify
Yeah.
for sure, but I haven't looked into that. I guess that is a good thing to look into. What can we monetize?
I still have my $15 from Spotify waiting somewhere.
Right now, the only way we're monetized is via merch.
Yeah.
hmm
And then I think once we hit 100 plays or something on Spotify, we can turn on the
Yes.
ad revenue there.
Yep, and then
Yeah.
we
So
can jump into that.
Yeah, so it's not impossible.
No. Which I'm going to go ahead and plug in our beacons. So if you want to check out our merch or you want to check out our other episodes of our podcast, you can find it at beacons.ai/hottubgamers. I always feel so professional doing that.
you're doing the ad breaks. The ad rolls.
Eventually, we're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
have sponsor breaks. It's gonna happen.
We
Hey,
will have
it's about
sponsors
time.
at some point.
Yo,
We'll have ad time and all those
As
kinds
we
of
were
things.
as we were talking, just being consistent and trying to improve slowly, it will get you there eventually.
Oh yeah.
So I'm glad that you guys started this, and it's really fun and like enjoyable to even like when I was last week to just listen to it. It was, even though I couldn't stay much, I still enjoyed the part that I managed to hear.
it's been nice having
see.
people like stop by and listen and ask questions or tell me something really cool. I don't know if we'll
Like the
always
what?
record it live, but like I'm enjoying recording it live.
It adds a
Oh,
little.
hi,
It's too
Fo.
chaotic,
How are
and,
you?
Like our chats are just
Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope
exploding so much
all
that we
is
can't even talk to
well.
the guests. We can
I
keep
hope you're having a
recording it
lovely
live, but
Sunday
when it
too.
gets
It's
to
nice
the
to
point
see you.
where
We're
there's just
wrapping
too
things
much
up.
going on both
We just went
sides,
through our
then
episode
we
2
will
with High
find
Five
time
LOL
to just sit down with a person,
as our
record it,
second
and then
guest,
upload
and
it.
it's been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of
Yeah,
tangents
as
today.
long as it doesn't hurt the experience itself, there's no issue. Even like I feel like it adds a layer to it. But
does,
if
and
it
it's a
gets too
different
much,
way.
then it's yeah.
Yeah, I like that it's a different way for people to experience it. So, like, if you're not somebody that listens to podcasts, like, you can sit down and tune into us if you want to sit down and watch us on Kick and things. So,
Yeah, and you get the unedited, uncensored,
Yeah.
unfiltered experience.
Yeah, you can
On
even be a
Kick.
part of it.
yup.
You can be a part of it. You can join in on the chat, and even if you want to be a
Nova,
guest,
good
get in
morning.
touch
How
with
are
us.
you
Make sure to follow us
doing?
on
Random
X,
Gaming Bits
at
brought
Hot
to you
Tub
by
Gamers.
Nima.
We'll try to come
X.
to you with-
Totally, Nima. I appreciate you. No
X
bad.
on
It's
Twitter,
good to see
man. I miss
you.
Twitter.
I hope you've been having a lovely Sunday.
I'm trying to get used to just calling it X.
We're wrapping
I
up
still call it
our
Twitter.
this
People
is
be
our
like,
live recording of our
"Actually, it's
podcast
X." I'm like,
in
"Leave
a
me
hot
be.
tub
Let me be,
in
okay?"
Grand Theft Auto
That's
today with
what-
High
Twitter.
Five
I mean, I've been on
LOL.
Twitter since 08,
We've
so
just been
I
talking
call
nerd
it
life, so it's been a lot of
I
fun.
mean, both work really.
All right, shall we do our thank yous, goodbyes kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
how-
Go
we
ahead.
don't really have a sign off, do we?
We sign off with our
See you
silly
guys
names.
next time. Woo!
See you next Sunday. But High Five, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I really, really appreciate you vibing with us and sharing all these things about your life and about gaming with us. If you guys enjoyed listening to High Five and hanging out today, you can find him at kick.com/high5 LOL. And he's got a really, really great community. I personally love always coming and hanging out with you. So thank you for what you're doing on your stream too. Yeah.
I'm thankful for the invitation again. Thank you guys for inviting me and just spending time and talking about some nerdy stuff, some gaming,
Totally.
you know. And it was a lot of fun, honestly. Thank you guys again. And
Thank you.
for all the wolf as well, for all the support I've been getting from everybody. I'm truly grateful. Thank you guys for having me.
That sounds
Go
like
ahead.
an ending.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like an ending. Thank you guys for tuning in to us today live in GTA 5. Again, this is Gamers in Hot Tub Talking Nerd Life. My name is, wow, hold on. Let me say that one more time. Thank you guys for tuning in for our live recording in GTA 5 today. My name is Kaylee, better known as Bad Wolf Rose or Rose, and this is
Gamers in Hot Tubs Talking Nerd Life. This has been Danny, better known as Plaid Baron. Also signing off.
I'm sorry, I always get awkward doing that. My mouth. Okay, so we have our recording. If you do want to stop your recording now, you totally
Okay.
can.
Yep.
Do we
Okay,
want to do any more pictures before we actually sign off?
Yeah. I need
I'm
to take
leaving.
a selfie.
Bye.
So, let's see. So I come here like this, right? And then,
Should I stand up as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody stand up and.
Oh my god.
Go
Oh,
behind him.
oh,
Wait, because I'm
wait,
getting
I hope
cold.
I don't disappear. Don't disappear. My game just.
So
Okay.
Portrait.
What is
Okay.
happening?
Alright, so now I'm in selfie mode.
Okay.
Alright, so Kaylee, you come around to my other side.
Wait, every time I press W, it's kicking me out. How do I stand up? E? Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. Hold on. Okay,
Is it
Cortana.
out-dubbing or what?
Yeah. Cortana's trying to
Oh.
attack me. Run is trying to work. Oh god, this is hilarious. Let's try this again. Nope. What? I don't know what's happening. Okay, we're gonna minimize.
Oh, you're gonna get
everything.
kicked out of the session.
Oh my god. But it's letting me move my camera. So, hold on. I'm like literally shutting everything down outside of my game and seeing if that works. Alright. Okay. Nope.
She's back.
So I can't stand up.
Click E.
So
Try E,
I did
stand
try
up.
E.
Let me
E's-
help you.
It's kicking. It's kicking me out of the game, but I can hit escape,
What?
and it's
Can
fine.
I just push
You're
you
out of the
like
game.
or something?
Alright.
No.
Nope. It's totally just. It opens up my file explorer.
What?
What? Why is it?
Can you
doing
like
that?
alt tab and
Ooh, that might be
I
a
don't
good
know
idea.
what
Hold
was
on.
it?
Alt
Alt shift
tab.
enter as well. You can go to window mode.
Oh, is that why I'm not in? Mer. Okay, hold on. This is great technical difficulties, guys. I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
Okay. Let me see if I can go into window mode, and that might help me. Key bindings, audio camera.
I'll just run in
display.
circles.
Well, technical difficulties. Graphics, is that where it is? Full screen.
Ow! I pushed myself into the stairs.
It won't let me change it to window mode. Okay, why don't you guys take selfies and I won't
No,
be
we
in
need
it.
you in here.
I
We
can't-
need you in this.
You can probably close and rewalk if you want. We can wait.
Why doesn't that... That's so weird. It's literally opening my file explorer.
I'll
Every
go and
single time.
see the yacht.
This is embarrassing.
Can you close the game itself?
He'll have to pick me up again.
Oh, we can do that if you want to.
I could take a like down shot, but I don't know if you want
So,
that.
okay, I'm going to... Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. So freaking embarrassing.
Wait, can I sit like close so we can maybe do the
I'm gonna go
selfie
back to
like
just chatting and see if I can figure this out,
sitting
because I'm
down?
so embarrassed.
I don't think I can sit like next to her.
I don't think I can sit and use the camera.
Yeah.
Why did
Can I
this
just
happen all of a
crouch
sudden?
somehow?
No, maybe.
Oh my god,
Maybe
this
I
is
can.
hilarious. I'm glad I didn't try
I'll,
to
like,
stand up this
crouch.
whole time.
Oh no, I can just do this.
No, I can't
Um,
sit and use the camera.
Okay, I'm gonna
I
connect
look
my
like I'll
controller
beat somebody up.
and see if that works.
All right, I'm gonna run to the bathroom quick then.
Alrighty. I'll be back in a
In
half
a
minute.
second, while I'm figuring this
All
out.
right, well I'll be back in a second, and then we'll figure this out.
Okay.
1 second.
No, what the fuck? That is so weird. I am so confused. This game hates me. I am such a noob.
Actually, let me save my audio in the meantime so we don't crash.
Oh. Yeah, I saved my audio. I'm gonna end my stream while we figure this out. Oh my god. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm having technical difficulties and I'm super embarrassed. So I'm going to sign off here. Thank
Do
you
you
guys
guys
so much
want
for
it in
hanging out.
WAV or MP3? MP3?
That would be a question for him, I think. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see. It could be
I
either
think WAV
or.
would work better.
He said send us as a wave or M4A or WMA. So a wave would be fine. Yeah.
works.
Okay. Sorry guys. I'm gonna go ahead and
It's a bit,
sign off. Thank you for hanging out while we
Because of file,
record
but,
episode
he would do
2.
it, I'm sure.
I am so such a noob for GTA or with GTA. I can't figure out how to stand up and be in selfie mode with them. I'm gonna get off camera and figure that out. But I hope you guys have a really lovely Sunday. We will be posting our podcast on Spotify, SoundCloud, Pandora, Google, all the fun places. Hopefully
let me
by
see if
Friday.
it's
We've been getting it out on Friday, and then we record the next episode live on Sunday. So if you want to come hang out with us, we will see you next Sunday. As far as me personally, hopefully I will be live tomorrow. If not, I will definitely be live on Tuesday. But you guys have a lovely Sunday. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Bye, guys.
go with the building.